Now I'm unmuted. But guys, look, it's the calling show. Arsenal got smashed. Yeah. No. Arsenal got smashed. Tottenham got smashed. Yeah, by Arsenal. Like it wasn't even a joke. Like I don't think Spurs even threatened their goal. Really. You know, George came with some mean chest, you know, as well on top of that. It's gonna get clipped up dirty. Is what it is. Chelsea straight through. Newcastle got lucky. Bruno Gomes got injured. There was a few things today. Obviously, yesterday, City got battered, you know,
No, we didn't.
by the refs.
We didn't get battered. Listen, Liverpool got battered
And
yesterday.
yeah, and then Liverpool absolutely got rattled by Brighton. But today is the call-in show, you know. So if you want to call in, it's going to be a bit different. If you look into the pinned, what you guys will see is that it's going to run a little bit different. Like it's not StreamYard, what you guys might be used to. People that don't know StreamYard is like a third-party platform. This one, if you want to get in the stream, members get priority.
Hold on, I've just realised.
Go on.
Unless you've done it a different way, yeah.
Go on.
All the members, everyone that calls in will be backstage together.
Yeah, they can talk to each other.
And they can talk in your ear.
No, because I'll just boot them out.
All right, so people, yeah. Oh, so is that a rule we're setting that like they shouldn't talk?
So basically, look,
like, if they start talking in your ear,
I can mute them. I can mute them. But what I'll say is for people is that when you do join in, I'm gonna send you the link privately. So if you want to on Discord, Instagram, or Twitter, let me know. But members, if there's any members in here that want to come on first, you got priority. If not, then obviously other guys can jump on. But you guys the members are all got the priority. Big up every single person in there. There's 100 of you already in here. 43 likes. Smash that damn like button. Like the video. Big up some of you. I'm going to go through some of your comments.
Drum those thumbs.
Drum those thumbs. I'm pretty sure that, you know, Sid gets the first call on this. I'm going to guess.
I reckon so. Sid always is one of the first in, man.
So.
Hold tight, Sid.
Hold tight, Sid, all the way from India and that. But before we do any of that stuff, guys, make sure you run it up. The likes. If you subscribed, even better. But yeah, I'm going to run the intro. Oh, we're both muted anyways. And we're back just like that. So before we invite any members on, I can see Sophia's going to be joining. Sid's going to be joining. I'm going to have to go through some of the comments. Let's talk about today's games in a second. But before, I think we should big up all the guys that are actually in here. Of course, I think that's just as per usual, as how I run things, how we run things. Big up Abdurrahman, latest member, by the way, as you can see. So big up yourself. If you did want to join in the call-in show, I'm sure I can send you the Discord link or just get to me or Daps, mainly myself, as I'm obviously controlling everything. You can see down below my socials. Just let me know, my guy, if you want to come in and talk your stuff. Wayne, big up. He says Cass every time. Big up Cass every time, and Daps needs a rattling. He ain't had enough. I think 10 minutes is too short, Daps, man.
but listen, people. The thing is, yeah, you might you can, because you didn't see the rattling. Please understand, I've blocked over 100 people, right? I've still got people trying to call my phone. I need to actually work out how to turn phone calls off on Instagram. People, and these aren't people that I follow. They're not even people that follow me. These are people that I have zero connection with, yeah? And they're sending me, like, it's weird because you United fans should be happy, yeah? You should be happy that you've just beat us. Instead, you're sending me horrible abuse. Like, come on, man.
Hey, man. Hey, look, I don't think.
And the weirdest thing is, the one thing I'll always say is, yeah, you see, when City win, right? All of you get to see how boasty I am on Instagram or on a screen. But please, all of you understand, I never WhatsApp, direct message, or call anyone to rub it in because there's no need in it. I'm happy, right? So I'll do the content for people that want to see content, but I don't like. And to be fair to you, Cass, and I was telling was telling Imran earlier that you didn't ring me or message me.
No.
You waited for me to call you last night, and then we had a normal conversation about the game.
Very much. Very
Like,
much.
but yeah, there's some people like just want to like rub it in, and it's like, just be happy, go and celebrate, man. But listen, this is content now. This is YouTube, so anything you want to say to me, no, you can do it. I'm putting myself out here now, so
I
you
can't
lot
wait.
try and
Yo,
rattle me.
Ollie wants to come on as well. Yo, a French Gooner. It says, how do we call on? I think I said it a little bit earlier. If you message my Instagram or Twitter, let me know which one, and I'll get to you. And I'm gonna give you the Discord as well. Trying to do like 10 million things at once. But yeah, we're gonna go in order, so don't worry about that. Everyone's gonna have a chance to get on. But anyone that's in literally the Discord, make sure you private message me, and I'll give you the link straight up right now. So please do that. We're gonna literally start sending out the link in about 5 minutes, get you one by one. So I think Sid's gonna go first, and then Sophia's gonna go on next. Olu's next after that. French Guna after that, and then obviously we'll let it continue to roll on. And I'm not joking. Even if Daps wants to go sleep, I'll make sure everyone gets on as much as possible. It's one of those ones. But you can become a member. It's in the description below. A lot of our guys, I don't see a lot of our mods on right now, but they can literally pinpoint it to you. So if you want to become a member, please go down below and then support the channel, support us. Big up Daniel says Arsenal are the best team in the league right now. Coming from a Man City fan, by the way, guys. Clearly. But I still believe we can catch them because we've got Guardiola. What's that song?
Because we've got Guardiola.
Oh, so you kind of remixed the Crystal Palace kind of thing with Guardiola. That's kind of sick. Daps, I want Rodri to get the captaincy.
Huh?
He says he wants Rodri to get the captaincy.
Do you know what? So I kind of hear that because the two players that I feel we're really missing at the moment is Fernandinho. And I don't know if everyone remembers, but at the back end of last season, there was a lot of talk that Fernandinho potentially was going into a coaching role at City. And one of the reasons was because Pep felt that his leadership was still needed in the dressing room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we look at it, that makes a whole heap of sense. But then again, today, and I know he's not Arsenal's captain, but today, Zinchenko, was like a leader on that pitch, right? And a lot of Arsenal fans actually as well are surprised. Like, I had a few messaging me saying, Zinny balling out in central midfield. And I'm like, he captains his nation at central midfield. The man is a central midfielder like Delph was. Pep and it's no surprise that ultimately Pep has took Cancelo and trying to turn Cancelo into a left back that plays in central midfield. So look, it is, but you saw it at the end, the way he went over there and was pulling Ramsdale away, the way he was there leading the celebrations, man. He's a leader. He is a leader. And I think that's what we need. The one that I think we missed yesterday, Cass, as well.
Yeah.
I know we missed Stones, yeah?
Of course.
But I think we missed Diaz as well, because Diaz is a leader. You know, Diaz is very vocal.
But have you not seen the table at the moment? I don't see 9th or 10th. Does anyone see 9th or 10th place in the table, guys? Please let me know. I need to know down in the comments below. Like, it's literally that's a salute. Like, or maybe you should do the Marcus Rashford. You know the Marcus Rashford celebration.
That's a salute,
the Marcus Rashford celebration.
Bro, this is a salute. That is me looking. That is me looking for Chelsea and Liverpool. Because what you can see next to us right now, just how do I do this? Just there? Is it there?
No, it's that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That one.
Your right hand
what
going to the left.
Right there, yeah. That is the battle for the title and top 4. Yeah.
100%. I'm nearly a minute.
The rest of it's relegation.
Yo, there's 177 people in it. Make sure you get the likes, man. But please tell me, where are Liverpool and Chelsea? Please. Let me go through some more of the comments. Big up Guna Lee in the building as always. Love to see it, man. Guy, you can jump on whenever you need to. Like people obviously do content with, always can jump on whenever. Alvin Bell in the building. Dennis, Sophia, I see you. Hoorad as well. Love to see it. Young Lion, Bailey, John McDermott, always around. I'm actually loving it, man. The guys are consistent. Yusuf says new owners come in. What new owners, Yusuf? Your ones? Does it be new news? Dennis Wararu saying, sorry if I said your name wrong. Wawaru, I'm going to say. Zinchenko just makes the whole midfield retain the ball and resist any kind of pressure. He literally completed the system we are currently playing. I think that might be a bit of a spike like a bit of a thorn in City's. Maybe letting him go was the wrong option
Oh,
potentially.
do you know why it's do you
Maybe.
know why it's do you know why it's like if you look at Sterling, we let Sterling and we let Jesus go, yeah, but we know that they were on the last year of their contract, and it's very clear that I think we would have kept both of them, but it was on we'll only keep you based on what we want to pay you, and obviously there was a disagreement in that. So
Mm,
when you get offered 45 million for a person with a year left on their
of course,
contract,
of course.
like the difference is Zinchenko, yeah, was on 20 grand a week at Manchester City. If anyone didn't know that, Google it, yeah. Zinchenko, you'll work out what his annual salary is. If you then divide that by 52 weeks, yeah, Zinchenko was on about 20 grand a week at City,
And then
yeah.
he just
So,
thought he just Arsenal came in, got all
bro,
the,
we
get
no,
slapped
but
down a
we,
contract, and he was
bro,
just like,
Oh, go on, man.
he's like, yeah, fuck it,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
bro. But the thing is, yeah, if you deep it, he was
Yeah,
very happy at City. Every summer he got linked with moves away, and
yeah,
he always stayed and fought for his position.
of course.
If we would have given him, if we would have bumped that up to probably 50 bags a week or something like that, yeah, he probably would have stayed, right?
Yeah, of course.
So for me, the biggest L based on what it would have taken to keep him, because I get it with Sterling and Jesus that they didn't want to fuck up a wage structure,
Of
yeah.
course, yeah, yeah.
But with Zinchenko, bro, we went out and got Gomez. I haven't deeped what Gomez is on, but
Mm.
anyhow, I find out Gomez is on more than Zinchenko.
I don't think he would be, to be fair, from
I
Belgium.
hope not. I hope not.
Let me get some of these links in. I was gonna ask you a question though, quick, about Gomez. Do you trust him?
Bro, I said before the Chelsea game, I said I want to see him. I want to see more of him because do you know what? To be fair to him, I haven't seen enough of him to judge him. I hadn't seen enough to say whether he was good or bad. And then in that Chelsea game where he was playing down the left in a bit more of an advanced role, he looked really
Yeah.
fucking good. Going forward, he looked really good.
Mm.
But then I saw him against Southampton midweek, bro, and I'm not. You know what? I feel like I probably do need to give him a bit more time, but there's a big part of me now that's like, nah. You know what?
Mm.
I've seen enough, man. I'm probably going to do a video this week talking on potential if City were to decide to get busy in this transfer window, who I personally would like to see us get, and also talk on maybe some rumours. A left back would be one that I'd be looking for. I want, you know, it'd be great to get a player that can play on the left and right again, to have another, but I feel that is a position that we would need for. And also, I do think we need a winger.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, a wing is definitely something. I saw what you said there as well. Let me get that. I think Sophia's going to be jumping on it in a second, guys. It's the first time actually jumping on. Last time she was meant to jump on, she was very ill. I remember that. Where's it? I D1's in the building. Yo, where was you earlier, man? D1. Hey, you gonna jump on today as well? Cause I don't know where you was at. He says Kasabi's saying non-stop it was a mistake to let Zinchenko, especially as we didn't have a decent left line up this. I D1 though, but you can go back to supporting Arsenal soon. Don't worry, man. He's at Arsenal, so you can link up again. Oh my god, this is amazing stuff, man. Well, I'm gonna bring in our first guest. You know, first time on member. Guys, if you want to become a member, you can always become a member below and support us. It's always a pleasure for anybody that does want to support Never a Foul. We love everyone that even is just here in general as well. But yeah, man, might as well bring on the first guest. This is a bit weird doing it like this. I can't lie. Big up Sophia. You're live, you're direct, you're looking good. You know, your skin is shining. You know, Man United shirt rocking. You look comfortable.
Of course. Yes.
How are we though, man?
I'm very well. Very well. I mean, Manchester is red. Liverpool is in the mud. Doing great over here in Oslo, Norway. Come on now. Yes.
Manchester will never be red.
It will always be red in history and currently.
The Daps. So sorry, but it will always be red. How are you guys?
Doing all right, thank you very much.
I'm good, you know. I'm good.
That's his
life is. You know what? Life is about more than football. Yesterday I wasn't good, but yesterday evening I was better, and now I'm fine. We move. Listen, do you know what? I've seen one or two City fans actually saying, you know what? I've been saying this season's all about the Champions League anyway.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be.
I mean, your manager confirmed it.
I'm not going to be shameless and do that. I'm not going to lie. I want the Premier League badly. I do want the Champions League, but I want the Premier League badly. So
yeah,
that three-peat, man.
So what's it called? I got a super chat here from Queen in the North saying to all the City fans crying over the offside. Remember Aston Villa 2 seasons ago? You weren't crying then, were you? So hold that. Sophia,
Listen,
Sophia,
well,
let's
Rodri last season. Let's be
yeah, I
honest.
oh
It is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. Sophia, what do you make of the offside? Was it offside for you, or you just turn a little blind eye saying, nah, it's all good, it's all good.
I didn't feel like it was offside, but
Oh,
hey,
come on. Don't lie. It was offside.
was it though?
Look. Go and I've seen some of the things, yeah, like some of the images of how he's running. Right, he is running with the ball, right, and people are saying, "Oh no, but so and so was further away from him." Yeah, no problem. They might have been away from him, but they could have quite easily moved towards Bruno, right? But
Mm,
the biggest thing is Edison's positioning was for a shot from Rashford. He didn't change his positioning for a shot from Bruno. So ultimately, I massively get, right, if the ball goes into the box and from the left and there's someone that's
Yeah,
wide right in an offside position but not interfering with play, that's not interfering with play. I'm sorry, someone running with the ball rolling at their feet looking like they're about to strike the ball, and the goalkeeper getting his positioning ready for that player to strike the ball, the defenders got making movement to try and close him down, as opposed to movement towards trying to close down Bruno. You're interfering with the game. But that and my issue is not with Man United at all. Right, Man United played to the whistle. They did exactly what they should have did, and you know what? Marcus Rashford made the right decision. Yeah.
yeah,
So
I
my
agree.
issue is not with Man United. My issue, and it's bigger than yesterday's game. My issue is that in that second half, I was starting to see a City I have not seen for a lot of games. I was starting to see a City that I thought, yes, this is the Manchester City that hunt Arsenal down. And then just like that, VAR has taken that away from us, where now our mentality is our heads are down. And that's the frustration. It's not with Man United. Man United played to the whistle, and credit to Man United that after that, they kicked on, saw
Yeah.
that we were on the ropes and took advantage. So it's not against them. It's VAR fucked it for us. And now we have to go back and try and lift our mentality again. And that's the frustration. But
Let me
go
get
on,
that.
you talk on your opinion. If you disagree, that's
I
more
mean,
than fine.
no, I see your point. I get it. I mean, I did feel like we had a very good, like, the first half for me was whoa. That was some good football from the lads, just playing out from the back and whatnot. Having Fred just, keeping Kevin De
Fred.
Bruyne on the ropes.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah. What
That was
about
lovely.
what else do you make of like everything else? Like Malassi had a good. Who was your man in the match actually?
Fred.
Red. Some would say Varane, and my one was Malacia. I thought he was
Yeah,
impeccable. I think that's his
I
best
think it
game
was
to
good
date.
too.
But
Yeah,
no, he done a similar job against Arsenal. But yeah, apparently got ripped. Like, but he didn't. He really didn't. Like, honestly, he got skinned by Saka once, I think. But even last game, I think Malacia must have got beaten. I think at least once down his side. I think the De Bruyne
yeah.
thing. But it's like, how come you say Fred's the man in the match?
No, I just felt he was just, Fred always has like lots of energy and whatnot, but the press that he makes is so impactful, I feel like, and he really didn't give Kevin De Bruyne any type of room at all, at least in the first half, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were
first, I
moments.
agree with you
Yeah,
100%. The first half, he was insane.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I see the improvement of Fred. He was after the World Cup, sitting on the bench here and there, coming from the bench, and it was kind of nice to see that, in our manager, he's been giving people opportunities, and once people are given opportunities, they take them in full force, such as
Mm.
Fred and also Wan-Bissaka. For me, Wamby, wow, it really looked like he was not really, Wamby on ice, but more so he had ice skates on,
Wambi
proper
on
ice
ice,
skates.
I've
Oh
never
yeah,
heard
yeah.
that
I
one
call it
before.
one biscuit because he's been
No,
crumbling
no,
lately.
no, bro. Wambi on ice is. I've never heard that
You
one
never heard
before.
that one? Nah.
Wambi on ice.
Dude, everyone's calling him Bambi, innit? Because the way he's so unorthodox. You know when he does a shimmy, yeah. Wan-Bissaka looks like he's about to break his ankle, yeah, and he goes so to the side, it looks like he's ice skating.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
Wambi on
Wambi on
ice.
But this
ice.
time,
I
he really did had on proper ice skating shoes. So good on him. I've been very shocked by how good he's been
mm,
since, like I said, a few games after the World Cup. So I just hope that this continues. And prior to that game, I was thinking, I was doing like a live match preview for that game, and like predicting the starting the lineup and whatnot. And I was saying at that time, I would prefer to see Wan-Bissaka, which is nice that he kind of showcased yet again that he's taking is well with taking the instructions by Ten Hag and whatnot. Then, because I was thinking there's no way he can
Yeah,
do well. I was thinking, no, we gotta sell him. We need to look for a right back
of
this
course.
January window. But hey, he's been taking his opportunity and
Well,
running with it. So
Queen
big
of
up.
the North with another super chat. Big up yourself, man. He says, as a United fan, that goal is 100% offside. But at this point, I don't care. I know we will get screwed over soon enough, and it will all even itself out. I'm pretty sure we got
Bro,
screwed over this season already. I'm
bro,
sure
I
there was
think
a decision
that's
earlier
the
this
truth,
season.
though. The truth is, like, look, when Rodri last season, when Rodri handballed it at Everton, yeah, and let's be clear, it was a handball, yeah. Any City fan that tries and claims it wasn't, it was a handball. It is what it is. We played to the whistle, right? Again, that's all I'm saying. I understand from the United point of view. It's just for me, it's not. It's bigger than that game. I just hope the guys can get themselves back to where we started to see City getting in that second half. Because I was speaking to Cass earlier, and that was the thing that for that opening 15, 20 minutes of the second half, that was the only point of the game where Man United looked more like the Man United of last season,
Of
where
course.
they were on the ropes. City,
Yep.
it wasn't like you were sitting back because it wasn't like you were sitting back because it was like, no, we just want to soak up some pressure. It was like, no, we're forcing you back because we're recycling the ball so well, right?
Hmm.
And for that point, I was thinking, yes, this is the fucking City. And there was even, I think, after the first goal, I think we might have had one or two chances. And I'm not meaning shots because I know we didn't have too many shots, yeah, but we were advancing the ball well. And then, like I said, it just changed. And then after that, yeah, after you scored, that was it.
It
For
was.
me, we weren't like, I know people thinking, oh no, City could come back. I didn't think we could after that. It was that was it.
Yeah. It looked like United took the opportunity and they just went with it.
Yeah.
There was a moment. And I mean, for you, Cass, you were in the stadium, so I believe. I mean, for me, I was doing watch along and watching, on TV and whatnot. And the stadium just looked so electrifying
Yeah.
with the whole crowd and whatnot. So I believe that definitely helped with getting the motivation in there to try to get a winner. When we got that winner, whoo, that I almost lost my voice. That was wow. It was incredible to get that win.
I
Mm.
think I think that's something that you'll see as well. Something that I've spoken a bit with Pep this season is this season and last season, in fact, is that I feel Pep is growing as a manager in the Premier League, as far as he knows what grounds you need to play a certain way. And so he knows at Anfield, try and nullify the crowd. He knows with the media, don't listen to the media. Don't let the media draw you out with conversations you don't want to have. Conversations you don't want to have, banter the media. Conversations you do want to have about actual football. And I think Ten Hag's very similar with that, because I've seen every interview Sky do with him on the pitch afterwards. He comes alive. Like, they ask him proper football questions and he gives proper football answers. And that shows me he is like Pep. I mean, for me at the moment, I got asked before what manager I would take. If I could have any manager to replace Pep,
Pep.
and I'm happy that Pep is staying for another 2.5 years,
Yeah, sure.
I'll be honest, it would be Arteta. It would be.
Mm.
And that means, and I'm saying that openly,
Okay.
any manager in world football to replace Pep at Manchester City, and this is the key, it would be Arteta, because he knows
I
our
mean,
club.
yeah, he's
And
been there.
what he's doing at Arsenal, I knew from day one he was going to do it. And that's not me saying it, it's well evidenced. I've backed him that he was going to do well there. And then behind that, the top three managers for me in the Premier League, Ten Hag is there. It's not Klopp anymore. Klopp has dropped off. He's nowhere near the fucking conversation.
It's not been looking good for Liverpool at all this season.
Not
So
looking good, bruv.
Yeah.
not.
Oh, big up Sophia though, man. Thank you for jumping on. I posted your YouTube in the
Oh,
chat as well.
thank
So
you,
people subscribe to Sophia if you support Man United or you just like the way she
100%.
talks.
thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
talk
over
to it.
1K now. I saw
Yeah.
1,030 odd, right? So
Well done.
you're
Congratulations.
monetized now, yeah?
No, not there yet. I took basically a break while last season to finish off my bachelor's degree. So I had to
Yeah,
kind of rework and get those watch hours. But we're getting there. We're getting
yeah.
there. We're half off. So. But thank you.
Good.
I
Keep up
say
the good work, man.
definitely, it's
Thank
definitely a
you.
pleasure.
Big
Big
up.
up, big up, big up. Oh man, what a time to be alive right now. Honestly, what a time to be alive. And that's what a great way to bring on someone. I've never spoke to him yet, but
Oh, I've spoke to him, and I've spoke to him about you as well.
oh, is it? Yeah, he would have me in his mouth. Pause, isn't it? Like it is what it is. It is what it is,
I
man.
mean, you
But
said it, not me.
he's
but-
he tried to. He think he can baffle us that he's a Nance fan, you know, not a Arsenal fan. But I'm gonna catch him out right now.
Well, all of a sudden now he's happy to claim Arsenal. I bet.
Yeah. All of a sudden, innit? Now that he's certain, man, he's grinning. I can see it, man. I'm gonna bring him inside the whole thing. Olu, big up
Yo.
yourself, man. Honestly,
Yo, big up, Kaz, big up, Daps.
You
yeah.
saying,
how
bro?
you feeling? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just trying to see where how you feeling right now, because Kaz, Kaz should be buzzing.
Of course,
I'm buzzing because FC Nantes, we won 3-0 today, man. So
of course.
you know what I mean.
Hold on. You don't support them, but you've gone and done your research to come on it and be able to claim. I bet he's gone and knows who the goal scorers are and everything. Like, it's proper deep tit. So he's like, yep, I can go on there and I can still act like I'm a Nons fan.
Listen, man, not nonce, relax. Nah,
Yo.
listen, what can I say? I'm giddy, man. I'm giddy. I told you. Remember that? Remember we talked. You asked me, Arsenal will win the league, and I said they're gonna do it. I told you they're gonna do it.
Yeah, you did. You know, you did.
I did. I said with my chest, because I'm like, listen, as a fan, what's the point of supporting a team if you don't, especially if you're a top team, and you don't think you're gonna win? So, listen,
Bro, ask Tottenham fans. Bro, ask Tottenham fans. I don't know.
Yeah, but listen, Tottenham fans are not invited to the table. We allow them in because, you know, for the past few years they've done okay. Yeah, but let's be real, they're not really allowed to the table. This is for the big boys.
Yeah,
those are our little brothers over in whatever part of North London.
Yeah, but everyone's still trying to work out how they got their invite to the Super League. We don't get it.
Who knows? But listen, man, what a game today! What a game today! And you know what? I was speaking to, a couple of group chats I'm in, and I said, this is the first North London derby I'm not nervous about. I predicted 3-1.
You better start getting nervous for next week. Should be starting to get nervous because we are the anti-Arteta, bro. We're the only team that's beat your team. Look, what's gonna happen? Yeah, let me tell you for free, Ollie. Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. You think Nketiah is gonna run away like the way he did today against Tottenham, because he played very well. You know, the position he picked up, he just finishing was actually bad. Not happened against us, bro. We got shape. We don't sit back all the time. You know, like that City can have most possession. You're not gonna have all the possession like that against us. Don't get me wrong. Like, be honest. You must be confident. I'm confident. I'm very confident. Actually, my team's got into that game in better form. So what you say? Emirates a fortress gonna be a difficult one.
I called it a cauldron of noise, yeah, and I'm sticking to it. It's the cauldron of noise now. And Kaz, I'm just gonna put it right now. 3-0 Arsenal.
Oh yeah,
3-0. I'm going to put it out there.
You have
wow.
You think you're gonna? So wait, you think you're gonna do us 3-0? When was the, I can't even remember the last time Man United. I think it was Man City, obviously the 6, and after that, nothing past 3.
I'll tell you why, right?
And
I'll tell you, one of the reasons why is this. And you saw it against Tottenham today. And the difference in Arsenal this year and Man City this year is Man City are death by 1,000 cuts. Pass in the midfield. Pass. There's no pace behind. And and for Man United, it was easy to defend against them because they were just right there in front. They were playing in front of United as opposed to trying to get behind. The difference is that we have players who actually get behind, Saka, Martinelli. So we're gonna pass in the middle, but we're still gonna put it long or put it through the channels for those guys to run against. And I think last year on the other side, I think Wan-Bissaka, or if it was Dallo, I'd have been a little bit more confident. But Wan-Bissaka, I think defensively more sound. But I think if he plays Malacia against Saka on Saturday or Sunday, whatever that day the game is, it's going to be a very, very long day. And if he's not going to put us...
Don't you think, though, Olu, slightly, I hear what you're saying, but do you not also think that right now, yeah, everyone knows the blueprint for City. The blueprint is out there for how... Do you not feel like at the moment, the blueprint for how to beat Arsenal at the moment, yeah, is still being created, bro? There's not a blueprint out there for everyone to go to. So it's still being created. And that's something that we know. And and we're not helping that matter. And to be fair, yesterday wasn't so much a good game to go by because we actually stopped inverting our fullbacks. But this season, we've been helping that blueprint because the blueprint is play a low block, hits on the counter, and if you can do it extremely fucking well, yeah, then you might get something against us, right?
Mhm.
This season, by inverting our fullbacks, we've made that blueprint even more effective because if you hit us on the counter with inverted fullbacks, then there's so much space to get into. Whereas at the moment with you lot, no one's really got that. No one's found the blueprint yet, and so
Odegaard is the
still space
blueprint,
there.
man. He's the blueprint. This guy's ridiculous. He's so good. I'm hating
Yeah,
on a different spectrum how good this kid is. He's not even a kid. He's a man. He's a proper man. Hey, one sec, Ahmed.
Well,
Cass, United will depend on counter-attacks against Arsenal at your own ground. Emirates is a fortress now. The fans will be up for it. Yo, it's not... We was like 3-4 games in when we played you. You know, like... We're like 18, 19 Premier League games in, my guy. It's a different day. Next week is D-Day. And when I say D-Day...
It is D-Day today.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. We've got this, you know. But, you know, see your man... You know,
That clip there, yeah? That clip there that you keep playing, bro. I'm beginning to realise that clip needs removing, bro. Because that clip, since that saying, since I said that, yeah. You know, since I said that, our City have been fucked.
Oh, yeah, he kind of has. Yeah, he kind of has.
I said it against Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah,
and now you play it a lot.
I think that might be Dad in the background. Is that you, Dad, in the background? Yeah. Do you mind, if you don't mind muting? I'll mute it. Safe.
Perfect.
But yeah, no, sorry. But Ryan here says we beat you 3-1 when we're not as good as we are now. Exactly, Ryan. Tell him again, my guy. I love that.
Listen, I love the confidence. I love the confidence, and Man United fans have got every right to feel this way. You beat us 3-1. There's nothing to do about it. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a kind of person who's going to turn around and say, "Oh, you know, okay, you know, this player was missing," and so on and so forth. We went to Old Trafford. You beat us. But I'll say this: your game was perfect for Old Trafford, and no two games are the same. Just because you beat us at Old Trafford doesn't mean you're going to beat us at the Emirates. And if Arsenal blitz you in the first 10 minutes and get a goal, it's a very long day because at that point you have to come out. And you saw what happened when Spurs tried to come out against Arsenal in the first half.
Yeah, of course.
Ripped them apart.
Mm.
The only way Man United can win that game is stop Arsenal from scoring in the first half. If it goes into the second half, I think energy levels drop. It becomes a little bit more normal, or you get a goal early. But if Arsenal score first,
it's gonna be a hard task for Man United, of course, like not to concede in the first half, regardless, because you have to put some respect on it. It is Arsenal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When you're missing Jesus when you're missing Jesus, because you know what I've noticed about Jesus, yeah, in the first game, is that he was pulling our centre backs, like he was trying to go deep, but at that game we didn't have Casemiro. We had Scott McTominay, but you did have Partey in it, so it's a like for like. But I don't think Nketiah gives that. I don't think he's gonna. I think Luke Shaw will play again at centre back, and I just don't think he gets in behind as much because it's just like he's gonna have to. But the only man I'm scared of is Casemiro. If he locks up Odegaard, I just think, and Partey somehow. I think Partey will run the game. Like I think he really will.
Or bro, Fred.
I would be using Fred to. You know, I wouldn't have Fred chasing
Fred on Odegaard.
No, I wouldn't even do that. I'd be putting Fred on Xhaka. I'll be like, get on Xhaka, bro, because this guy is passed today. Yeah, it was who? Remind me, Olu or Arsenal fans. Was it the pass into Nketiah or was it Martinelli? And it was a save from Hugo Lloris. Dirtiest pass I've seen in a minute. First half. Nketiah, yeah, dirty. Bro. I think it was first half, nasty.
I'll put it this way, and this is going to sound so controversial.
Go on,
right? And it's going to piss you off.
Nah, it's not.
But I'll say this: if I was Ten Hag, I would take off Eriksen because that pace of game is going to be too much for him, and I'll play Scott McTominay, and I'll go super aggressive in my midfield of McTominay, Fred, and Casemiro. I'm not trying to
not for me. Bruno, you know what it is? You know what it is there, Ollie, yeah? McTominay hasn't played a lot, right? What you're going to miss out is who's going to be playing those final through balls. Like, you can say counter-attack, but I don't think we need to play counter-attack. I think Bruno offers good energy right now. His pressing is way better than most people in the team. If you actually watch his press, he doesn't stop running. And McTominay is a headless chicken when he presses.
sometimes what you need is headless chickens. People cause chaos. Agents of chaos.
Oh,
we've seen
what? Darwin Nunes?
We've seen the agents of chaos and what they do. Yeah, sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah.
Listen, stick Bruno on the right hand side because Bruno doesn't keep position anyways. He's gonna find himself somewhere he doesn't need to be. But if you're gonna play Arsenal, you have to stop our players from getting on the ball. If you don't stop our players getting on the ball and we pass, and then we get that wing play going, it's a long day. And I think that's the difference between what Arteta is doing, because Arteta is obviously taking some of the processes of playing football that Pep has, that he worked with Pep on, and he's modified it by having faster players running down the wing. And you look at Saka and Martinelli.
No, bro, you're wrong.
Come inside and
bro.
outside.
No, bro,
right?
Olu. You're wrong. You're right, but you're wrong.
Ooh.
He's taken the style of play that he played with Pep at the time. He hadn't changed it. Think about it, bro. When he was there, we had Sane and Sterling. Yeah. So he hasn't adopted it. He's just literally doing what Pep was doing. Yeah. Mean. And Pep's adopted it, whereas Arteta's carried it on because you've got the right players for it. But the other thing that you man have, and this is what I think is really fucking scary about Arsenal at the moment, yeah, is look, I think the most informed team at the moment is Man United, just because of because you dropped points against Newcastle. That's the only reason, yeah, right? But here's the difference. Yesterday against us, for that 15, 20-minute period, yeah, in the second half, Man United, I said it before, Man United were on the ropes, yeah? They were. And not because they wanted to be, because we put them there. We were recycling the ball quickly. We were playing the way City and Arsenal at their best play, right? Because we decided that they were going to be like that. And then, unfortunately, it changed. And when it changed, it changed. But I said to Cass earlier on, at no point today did Arsenal look like it was anything but a W, right? Why? Because their mentality is better than Man United's, right? Man United's will get there, yeah? But Arsenal's mentality right now for this group of players, if at the start of the season, if you look at this group of players at Arsenal, yeah, and then we speak on them now, the amount of leaders you see on that pitch, yeah, you never would have spoke on, right? Now, me as a City fan, I know Zinchenko's a leader, right? We didn't know Odegaard was this good as a fucking leader. We kind of knew that Xhaka was a leader, but you know,
he's mad. You know what's mad? Is Xhaka not the captain of Switzerland?
Yeah,
and is Odegaard not the captain of Norway?
That issue with Arsenal, but now that's gone.
Yeah, Odegaard's the captain of Partey's the captain of Ghana, and now you got the captain of Ukraine. And it's the man. Who else? And who else is then? There's nobody else. I don't think is there.
But well, you could also say though. But team talks. It's often
Tomiyasu the captain of Japan
when they huddle.
Yo, like what's going on here? Like
Ramsdale is extremely vocal as a goalkeeper. Yeah. They have a lot of leaders that, like I've said at the start of the season, and this is again with City at the moment. Yeah, we didn't have Gundogan on the pitch yesterday. He's our captain, right? De Bruyne was captain yesterday, I believe. I've said before, for me, De Bruyne leads with performances. He's not a vocal. He's not telling people where to. Do you know what I mean? If you go back to that clip that I think most of us have seen, where David Silva's saying something to, he's going, let me speak, let me speak. I love De Bruyne, right? As a footballer, De Bruyne is an unreal player, an absolute baller. He's going to go down as an absolute legend to the Premier League and Manchester
Best midfielder, I'm going to say it. Like I think he goes down in the top 3 best midfielders of the Premier League of all time.
Potentially.
Top 3.
But
don't give me Gerrard. Don't give me Lampard.
For me, if you're having to say to your players, let me speak, that's not a leader for me. A leader would say it once, I'm speaking, and everyone will fucking listen. So I don't feel that De Bruyne is that guy that should be our captain on the pitch. He's better when he's allowed to lead by example without the armband. So look, with Arsenal, that's the scariest thing. I think it is very scary what we're seeing with them. But I'm gonna put it out there for the same reason I've said it from the start of the season, right? For City to win this league, we have to be the City with the mentality that we usually have. Yeah? When it's the business end of the season, our people have to step up. Now, when we dropped points to Crystal Palace last season, it was far later in the season, I believe. Well, it was February. I think it was February time, right? February or March, when we dropped points to Palace. And at that point, I said exactly the same thing. I don't know where our leaders are at the moment. We got no Vinny no more. We got no David Silva. We've got no company. We need someone to step up and drag us over the line. And at that point, De Bruyne stepped the fuck up. It's the same now. We need someone to step up, because if someone doesn't step up, we ain't winning this league.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you still wouldn't put. Are we still favourites, by the way?
For what, the league?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
anymore. I
listen,
don't think so.
You
Don't think
be
they are.
favorites in the odds. That's fine. You can keep that moral victory. Let me just finish with one thing,
Go on.
because I know there's a few more people. Isn't it funny that there's been I know they got some massive points recently, but I'm going to say this: there's been a steady decline in Pep since he hasn't had access to Arteta. Because remember, he said he used to call Arteta when he was a player so he could get access to him. He was his assistant manager, and now in the 2 years, Man City are becoming more human. And this year they're even more human.
Is that what we're
I
going
don't know
on?
about
Just
last.
telling you, Pep needs Arteta. Pep needs Arteta.
He was doing it before Arteta,
I-
though. But I hear you.
I-
Arteta, listen, Arteta's good, man. Very good.
Ibby,
I'm shameless.
Ibby says here, speak up for the super chat, Ibby, man. I appreciate it a lot. Guys, if you also want to smash a like on the video, if you just take like literally 2 seconds of your time, big it up Olu in the chat if you don't mind, obviously coming on to talk with us. Olu, you always see him in the chat. He's in loads of chats, to be fair, I'll be honest. He's always super chatting and stuff. Just big up all the members, making sure this will be on every single Sunday without fail. And I'll make sure it runs over time if need be. There's no time limit with this. But it's not the point. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't. Make sure you subscribed if you haven't just yet. Nearly 200 of you in the building. Nearly 150 likes. We want at least 200 likes. And the last thing I want to say on that is Ibby Super Chat. Youngest team in the league doing this. I never thought I'd see times like this again. W, L, or draw. I know I won't see D because that sounds mad. I know we'll give it our all. All I ever wanted. It's a bit similar as a Man United fan right now, where we're currently at. Like, I can understand it. So it's just like, but big up you yourself, Olu, man. I appreciate you coming on and giving us time.
Please.
You talk a good game. You
Thanks,
talk a
man.
good game, man.
What I do?
Come on, when they see next week, when are Man United Arsenal playing Sunday?
Listen, whatever day you want it, whatever day special
oh,
settings for
whoa,
you, I'm there.
pause. Whoa, what's going on here?
Don't get it like that, man. I said whatever days the pressure settings for you. Come on. Wrong type of D, man. You're saying draw.
Oh my God.
Calm down.
Drop that. Nah. Let me that deserves another bomb, man. Get him out of here.
Going down.
Get him out of here.
Peace, yeah.
Yo. In a bit, man. In a bit. I big up Ibby. I just wait. Can't believe what I was hearing there, man. Damn.
Confidence is mad as well, though.
It's a mad one. It's a mad one. Oh, let me see.
I was going to say it's a bit of a sticky one still, but probably shouldn't say that right now.
Yeah. Where's French Gooner at? Where's French Gooner at as well, man? Need to get French Gooner.
I've sent him the link.
Yeah, all right, that's calm. He can mute if he mutes himself in the background. He'd be great. I'm gonna bring on our next guest. He's actually this Tottenham fan. Yeah, see George. He said he was gonna jump on, ran away. He had to do a Daps and go grab something, and hold it close. You know, no, and I'm not gonna say anything else apart from that. Yeah, but this one here, he comes on a terrace, always gives his opinion, valid, very valid, youngster, but no, not being not to be patronizing or anything, but he knows more ball than most Tottenham fans. Facts.
The most who?
Like, he knows more ball. He knows more ball than most Tottenham fans.
Oh, I thought he said Nottingham for some reason. I was going to go, bro, wrong team,
I forget.
bro.
Oh, Mr. Doran, that he can stick his play button up his ass. You know, get fuck off out of it. But yeah, man, big up Dan in the building. As you see, nice up there in the top right. I think are you in a hotel room?
Airbnb.
You're in an Airbnb. It was your first North London derby, and you had to witness your team like that. I mean, that must have been heartbreaking, man, when you saw Lloris doing what Lloris does best.
Oh, that first goal.
That was horrible, man. I feel sorry for you, Dan, man.
For me, this game was actually decided by the goalkeepers. Because if you actually look at the stats...
Whoa! Hey, yo! You've been here for how many days?
like 4.
Why do you say he sounds like he's British? Like he's from what's going on? Where's the American accent gone?
Barely had one. I get
No,
told a
I've
lot that
said
I
this
have
to him
an
before, bro. I've said to him before, he's got a proper English
He
accent
does,
anyway.
innit? He sounded a bit like keep talking. I'm not gonna say his name. Fuck it. Go on. Your accent's your accent.
Go on, anyway, carry on, because that was a really good point you were making. I feel you on it.
Yeah, when it comes to chances created, now I think you could see this throughout the game. When it comes to how it compared to both teams, it wasn't even that different. Tottenham had actually more chances than Arsenal. So I actually think this game was decided by goalkeepers. I think Hugo Lloris had a stinker, and Ramsdale absolutely saved Arsenal. If you switch goalkeepers, I think the result today switches as well. But at the same time,
Yo, you spitting some fire. Keep going. Yeah.
and at the same time, as a team like Arsenal right now that they're competing for the league, in this current day of football, you need a good goalkeeper to compete for trophies.
100.
You see it in Argentina winning the World Cup. They had Emiliano Martinez. Real Madrid winning the Champions League last season. They had Courtois. And Arsenal, they have a Ramsdale, and he's been phenomenal for them. You see Lloris, he's not even good enough to win the Papa John's trophy. It's a joke. Lloris, the funny thing about Lloris,
man. Yo, say that again.
the funny thing about Lloris, though, is that in this Conte system, this is the best part about this. In this Conte system, what you need as a goalkeeper is to be good on the ball. And he's probably the worst goalkeeper on the ball in the Prem.
Oof.
And then people ask about Antonio Conte. Why is Antonio Conte's not system not working? You've got that, and at the same time, you've also got the fact that in Antonio Conte's system, the main part of his system is wingbacks, and we've got the two worst wingbacks in the Premier League. And then people wonder why Antonio Conte's system doesn't work. Because he doesn't get back, man.
Sessegnon could have had you up 1-0 in the first, I don't know how many minutes, if he decided he wanted to actually shoot a ball and strike it correct.
Look,
I agree. It's hard to say, man. But
yeah, Sessegnon's a weird one because I don't know how, but he's actually better defensively than he is going forward. And he used to be a left winger, and he got converted into a left wing back. So that will never make sense to me. That's one of the biggest mysteries of the world. But yeah, our wing backs are absolute mess. Doherty, he's better than Emerson, but that's not that difficult to do. You can find some random Donny in the street that could be better than Emerson. Sessegnon, he runs around like a headless chicken. I would prefer Perisic, but for this game, he would have got completely done by Saka. So I understand why he started Sessegnon. We're good.
Of course.
We've got Destiny Udogie come in, who's actually a very good player from Udinese in the Serie A. So I rate him very, very highly. So next season, left wing back we should have sorted. But then you look at right wing back, and then we're haggling over Pedro Porro, 5 million. That just shows you who we have at the top. That shows you who is our owners. Daniel Levy haggling over 5 mil for a player that Antonio Conte wants at right wing back, and his name is Pedro Porro. It makes no sense. And then we need center backs. I said it in this summer. We needed a replacement for Hugo Lloris. People laughed at me. This guy's too old and he's terrible on the ball.
Yeah, of course.
And then for people saying that we got a replacement in Fraser Forster, the main thing that I would say about Lloris is that he's getting older. So then you go out and you get a goalkeeper that's older than Lloris. It makes no sense. As a football club, we're absolutely running ourselves into the ground.
And long may it continue.
Sorry, and you see, just quickly on that Pedro Porro thing as well, yeah? He needs to realise that I can't imagine they're going to budge on the fee because do you know Man City have got a 30% sell-on clause?
That's why they want 40 million literally on the dot.
So the club knows that Man City are taking 30% of whatever they get for him. So they are going to hold out to get as much as they possibly can because 30% of what they get is coming to us. So that is Levy, and you're spot on. It's not like this is the summer where you've got a month, 6 weeks to do this business, yeah? Because there's games every 3 days. So all this time negotiating, like he did with Spence through the summer, every time he's added another 3 days on to doing this deal, that's another 3 days without this player even landing with your squad and starting to train with them. So, if he takes the whole transfer window to bring him in and he comes in on the last day, that don't mean he lands and instantly fits in. And it's costing you at the moment. Like that, you're spot on. He needs to get things done quickly.
Very quickly. Let me read out the super chat quick. Big up everyone that's still in here. Make sure you're smashing the like button. There was actually a question for you down before I read out the super chat. Do you have a channel?
Yeah, I do.
What's your channel? What's it called?
Dan THFC. I was about to Daps. I was about to ask you. Can I DM you to Twitter because I'm trying to find a City fan and to preview the
100%, bro. When do you want it?
Probably way before the City
Yeah,
game, like
DM me,
before.
DM me 100%. I'll come on.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
it's very difficult to find City fans.
No shit. No
Yeah,
shit.
what do you mean? Have you not heard the Man United chant? The city
No?
is yours. The city is yours. 20,000 empty seats. Are you fucking sure?
But Cass, it's a great chant, but it's not true, is it? So
But Hit 44 says AFC cheeky loan for you know what? Hit, why did they even put that comment up? You think you're getting any sort of loan for Sancho? He probably would. He wouldn't actually bang at Arsenal. He's not an inside forward like your Sakas and your Martinelli. You don't play that sort of role. Maybe if he went into the Odegaard role, but I think so. But I don't. I think he doesn't offer as much energy as Odegaard whatsoever. But yeah, man. Anyone that wants to subscribe to Dan is in the chat. But yeah, Dan. Look, you've got talking of Man City. Are you got any remotely, like, last question, like, remotely confident against going to City's ground and getting some sort of result at the moment? Because they've only had one shot on target in the last 2 games. You lot can't pull anything together, but if there's something you might, you're not looking at the same, unit as you once had under Conte.
There's a chance because of how bad Man City are right now. But if Man City were at their best, we had absolutely no chance going into this game. But max for us, I think a draw. Max, or else City will run us to the park.
I think it's the whole thing is, Cass. It's like I just said when we were speaking on Man United. My biggest issue from that United game was, and that decision is how it impacts our players. Because I believe if that decision didn't go the way it did, and we continued to play the way we were in that second half, we would have ended that game on a massive confidence and carried on that form. And now I worry that it's like, fucking hell, we've just managed to. It looked like we were picking up our form in the second half, and then like that is gone, and now we have to face our bogey team. It's not ideal timing. Pep has a very big 4 days now. These 4 days, I'm sure he would have given him a day off, because sometimes when we take a hard L, Pep often kind of says, right, guys, have a day off. Go and do what makes you happy, whatever, and then we're back in training. But listen, there's a lot of soul searching at City that needs to be done, and it needs to be done in these next 4 days, because Tottenham, they're our bogey team, and I'm up there on Thursday.
Big up.
And I'm going to be going nervous. Of
course you are. It's right. It's rightfully so to be nervous, man. And it's weird hearing that even from a City fan this early in the season, man. It gets like that. Look, what goes around comes around. Sometimes you have to take a hit before it gets better, right? Daps. Look, I think I don't know who it was. Even for yourself, Dan, like, you're going through a massive transition period. Out of all the teams, it's not looking the greatest at Tottenham at the moment. But with Daps as well, like, as I was saying, like, you know how hard it is to retain 3 Premier Leagues. Like, to keep the players motivated for that. Players it's like there's something going on at City. We was talking about that as well, Daps, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
And the way I look at it in your club, Dan, sorry, before you leave and everything, is that I just don't think Conte. It's not just Conte. It's the group of players. It's a mixture of things. But Conte don't look like he suits Tottenham, and a lot of these players just need to get absolutely just get them out.
Cass, what do you mean by that? Do you think that are you saying that he's not going to get back, and as Conte, if he doesn't get back, he doesn't work?
Yeah.
Because if you're saying that, then I agree with you.
I just I have to pretty much like that. I just don't think he's going to get backed, and I don't think they're going to actually shift the players that needs to be shifted either.
Yeah, but this is what I would say about that. The biggest problem is that after losing to Arsenal, our rivals, surely you'd be thinking, oh, well, everybody was singing Levy out. There was 5 people singing Levy out, and everybody else was walking out of the club shop with bags of
you just summed up Manchester United for the last how many years? Trust me.
But Man United have actually been more united than Tottenham. Tottenham is more of a mess than Man United. You might have a few people with bags coming out of the stores saying Glazers out, but you've also got a large group of people cancelling games, and you've had more glory than us in our golden era. We've had no trophies in our golden era, and Tottenham fans are accepting mediocrity. We are accepting mediocrity.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, bro. Yeah.
We're happy with getting top 4 every season. And so are the owners. Do you know why? Because they keep getting that Champions League revenue every season. They're
Do you think you get it this season? The table's right there, by the way. And you got City
Well,
next. Yeah, you got
oh,
City next.
It is D-Day
what I would
today.
say, what I would say is that we were farther away from top 4 last season, and we managed to catch it in the last minute.
Yo,
So since we managed to, I don't think it's impossible, but
yeah,
I
of course.
I'm not confident. I'm not confident for top 4.
But it is
But
weird.
going,
Sometimes you just need to take
yeah,
a hit, man, and it might need to take a hit on the owners. But your owners just like they're like, cool, we're just not gonna fund we're not gonna fund as much into the transfer market, whatever.
yeah, but that's why the fans need to unite against this ownership. That's just
I
why the
mean,
fans
I don't
need.
mind. Give me Harry Kane though. I'm taking Harry Kane in the summer. Thank you.
You know what I'm gonna say. This hurts me as a Tottenham fan, and I've loved this
Go
guy
on.
for so many years.
Go on.
But we've got to sell Son.
I
I hear that.
I'm
We
so
have to sell
glad
Son.
you said that. I'm gonna clip
You're a
that
very
up.
real Tottenham
You're
fan. I
very
like
real,
Dan.
Dan,
You
man. I
spit some facts, bro.
big
You
up
really
yourself,
do spit
Dan, man.
facts.
Honestly.
It's not only because he's been performing so badly, but here's the thing. You heard what I just said about fans coming out of the shop with merchandise bags in their hands. Now, Son, I would compare him to Cristiano Ronaldo, not in the way that he plays, but in what he carries with him. He carries South Korea on his back.
Yeah.
Hyunmin Son. Any club that buys him, easily millions of dollars in revenue from shirts.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's honestly mad.
Yeah, it's
A
true.
lot of Koreans come over to London to support him in matches, and a lot of Koreans, like a lot of tourists, do come, and when they come to the shop and they
Yeah.
buy stuff. Literally,
You
almost
saw it in the
all
World
of-
Cup, bro. You saw it in the World Cup. You saw a lot of the Koreans wearing the face mask because he
Yeah.
was wearing that face mask. He is their guy. Like, let's be real. When he went back, he won in that tournament, didn't he? It was him that's pretty
Yeah.
much single-handedly won it.
Yeah.
He's like look, it's when Man United bought, who was it? Park
Ji-sung, yeah.
Park Ji-sung. Same. Look, if you bring one of the top players from one of those countries over here, yeah, it brings so much revenue. But you're right, you probably won't sell him for that exact reason.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I want us to sell him now.
Yeah.
Because I want the owners to stop getting money. And if they're going to continue to get money from the South Korean fan base, from the Hyunmin Son fan base that continues to come watch him, because I honestly believe that Son carries around more revenue than Cristiano Ronaldo, because Portuguese fans don't fly out every week to go watch.
Yes, yeah, but you gotta remember,
Man United.
It's just global. It's
Cristiano
everyone loves him.
Ronaldo's.
It's not just Portuguese fans. It's the whole world. It's literally
Yeah,
Ronaldo
bro.
fans in every single country, man.
Bro.
Yeah, I get that. But it's not like how Son Heung-min carries his country on his back everywhere he goes. That
I mean,
like when you think of Ronaldo, you don't think of Portugal. When you think of Hyunmin Son, you think of South Korea. You get what I mean? And he just carries that revenue in his back. And I want the owners to stop getting that money.
I do hear what you're saying, but Ronaldo himself is a tourist attraction. Literally, just Ronaldo.
Yeah. I'll take Son. Maybe Son.
Like,
I'll take Son too.
whereas people from Korea would come to England to support Son, right? People from all around the world, right, would have come to London to see Big Ben, yeah, or Manchester to see Ronaldo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I get that.
Yeah,
he's a global, of course. Yeah.
Big up
Big up
yourself,
to you guys,
Dan.
though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Gotta
love
get, man like French Gooner's got to come in. He's been even Mike's.
I'll hit you up, Daps, on Twitter.
No, 100%. And thanks
Big
for coming
up.
on. You
Big up,
speak
Cass.
really well, man. I've told you
In
before.
the chat.
Love.
Come on, you Spurs, leave you out.
I like that, man. He's really good, man.
That's a class act right there.
Make
man.
sure if someone could put his channel in the
it's been in there. It's been in there. So yeah, I think he might have even got a couple subscribers out of that, maybe.
If not, make sure you go and give him a subscription, please.
Or maybe
people.
subscribe to us. Maybe like the video, man. I'm just saying, guys. Like it'll be nice. It'll be nice. I'm just saying. Let me just. I'm gonna get man like French Goon or one of our new members, guys. If you want to be a member, someone can one solo. Do you mind if you post the membership down below if you don't mind? Thank you very much. And then so people can actually see, like, basically if you want to call in, members get priority. Simple as that. But then after that, obviously, if there's no members that want to call in no more, then it will go to the public yourselves. Obviously, you don't have to spend your own money. Obviously, it's up to you. Obviously, appreciate all the super chats as well. Everything supports the channel.
100%.
So yeah, man. Gonna bring in. I'm gonna guess this guy. Call from his name. Must support. What's it called? The Arsenal. I think. I like to think so. But you're live right now, Mr. French Gooner. How are we doing?
All right. Good. Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing.
Right, you are not
fantastic.
French. There's no way you're French. I'm
So,
sorry.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I've been in France for like 18 years, thereabouts. So, yeah, so
Ça va?
yeah,
But you
but
are
I've got,
you're English, yeah?
yeah, back in Dagenham.
But okay, I was going to say
Yeah.
that is not a French accent, bro.
What were you?
Oh, you're expecting
This is mad. We had Dan on from America, who literally sounds like a Londoner. Now we've got a French goon on
Yeah.
from France who literally sounds like a Londoner, and then we've got Daps who supports Man City, who sounds like a Londoner. We've got Cass who supports Man United, who sounds like a Londoner. It's bad.
Hey, it is where it is.
I've been
watching.
watching you guys for a long time, so yeah.
Nice, man.
Salute.
But yeah, man, you must be gassed right now.
You have no idea. What's the name of this guy that's got durag on
Oh, George.
the football terms?
George.
Oh my word, the disrespect, the I don't know, the confidence this guy has. I mean, he was absolutely mad. He was talking about Kane breaking some record. Who cares about records? No one cares. I mean, the fact that our attacking free is actually 6 million. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is mad, man. But obviously,
And
like
that's crazy.
Arsenal top of the league, you're running away with it. I think how many points clear are Arsenal right now?
8 points.
8 points clear.
8
Look,
points
I'm
clear.
just-
And
look.
goal difference though.
go on.
The goal difference, 28. So
Hey,
that's something.
what a trophy. But what's it called?
No. Don't do that. The goal difference. So, what is your goal? So, what's your goal difference?
28. So same.
What?
As
Us
yours.
and you are the same.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay, bro. Joking aside, yeah, Cass, you know our first league was won by goal difference, bro.
It's quite important, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's my point.
It's worth look. The last day of the season, goal difference is an extra point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
true.
another thing though, that's it.
I was gonna say though, like, so technically, yeah. Let me put some pressure on you. Arsenal
Alright.
fans, yourself, of course, representing, right? So if you now do not go on to win the league, are you gonna admit that you lot are serious bottle jobs?
Absolutely, yes.
That's what I like. That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely. So this is what you need to know. If you look at the Arteta system, yeah, I think one of the reasons why I'm absolutely gassed and actually optimistic is because we're not reactionary. We actually plan, you know. So look at the mudryk deal, for example. We didn't get him in because we're trying to get Saka, Martinelli, Saliba on a deal. And if we let's say we give this guy 120k a week, what happens to Saka?
Yeah, of course.
You know, so we actually quite, you know, we actually plan quite well. That's why I'm actually happy, and I know that we're gonna actually win this league. But Manchester City, though, thank you very much. That's all I've got to say. Thank you.
What do you mean? Thank you very much.
So Zinchenko, you guys use him as a part-time player, yeah? He comes in, does the job in the second half of the season. That's what you do. But this guy wanted to start. He wanted to be. This guy is a beast. Look at him. The FA sent him a letter without even playing a game. He was happy. You know, it was for celebrating too much against I forgot the team.
Oh, yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
Fulham or something.
Yeah.
FA sent him a letter.
Well, it's not
Stop
just
celebrating too much. Come on.
You know what it is? It's we spoke. I don't know if you heard at the start of the show. I'm pretty certain we spoke on him. He was on 20 grand a week at City, bro. Like
Ridiculous.
and for me, Zinchenko was our biggest loss. Zinchenko and Fernandinho retiring, for me, they're our biggest losses this season. Because they're fighters, man. Jesus as well. Of all three of them, Sterling is not a loss to us. And I say that.
Why not?
You know, people will say, bro, because look, Sterling thrived in a Manchester City team, yeah? But other people can thrive in a Manchester City team, right? I don't feel, and let me be clear, I'm not disrespecting Sterling. I am thankful for Sterling's goal contributions, yeah? He contributed, but and do you know what? It's unfair. We could have done with Sterling, but if I had to rank the 4 players that we no longer have, Sterling's at the bottom of the list, right? Jesus in big games, leading from the front, pressing from the front, right? Big games. We always used to rest him before big games because he was very important.
It's cost some Champions League goals for you, didn't it?
Yes, agreed, Champions League, but it's also his mentality. He's a fighter because, again, he's another one who wasn't always a starter for City, but never moaned, always just kept his head down, kept trying, and could be relied on. Whenever Pep called on him, he would step up, right? And yes, he's not the most clinical goal scorer. No problem. I told Arsenal fans this all summer. Don't keep asking me how many goals he can get for you. It's how much your goals as a team go up. Your goals as a team will go up by
realistically
man on the pitch. And ultimately, I know in the modern age, people support players over clubs. That is not how it should be. I do not give a single fuck if we have one player that scores 50 goals or if we have a team that scores 50 goals, yeah? Because ultimately, there's like, I remember early days under Pep, there were seasons where we'd have 5 or 6 players all that get 10 or more goals, right? That's what you fucking want. And his runs help that. The way he drags defenders about, the way he presses from the front, that's important. Fernandinho, listen, he was our captain. He was the man. He spoke English, he spoke Brazilian. He kept the Brazilian and the Portuguese speaking boys in check. The English boys respected him as well.
He was a leader.
Massive, right? Even there's one clip I was watching earlier against PSG. PSG game last, I can't remember if it was last season or season before last, I think it was. Yeah, it was season before last, where Zinchenko had the game of his life, right? And
I do remember.
And there was a point where Foden got fouled, and then one of the PSG players kind of picked the ball up and flicked it at Foden's head. Zinchenko lost his shit, right? And again, against Atletico, when they fouled Foden, when they pulled Grealish's hair, Zinchenko was the first man over there, standing over Foden, so none of them could get to him, right? The man is a fighter, and it's the same on and off the pitch. On the pitch, every season, he never started the season in our first 11. He always started the season as a rumoured he might leave, and always said, like John Stones did as well, to be fair, no, I'm staying and I'm fighting for my place. And by the end of the season, he was always in there. And then who's it? No, and that's it. So we've let some really important players go, and you look, it's a conversation, man. It's not even a conversation. Like, Arsenal have 3 things that made Manchester City better: Arteta, Zinchenko, and Jesus.
Yeah,
one quick question though.
Go on.
One quick question. We're gonna face off in the FA Cup soon, yeah?
For the first time this season, you men are going to link up finally, man.
Exactly. So what team are you going to put forward? Do you want to win it? Or you don't care, like Pep
Well,
said?
according to Craig Lee here, right, Daps, he says Haaland has 0 link-up play and doesn't run at channels. City play with 10 men unless he's in the box.
Look, the thing is, like Steve's told us, bro. So firstly, I'll answer this, then I'll move to... Steve said that reports are that in training, Haaland tries to get involved. Sorry, Haaland wants to drop deep, and Pep is telling him, don't drop deep, because if you drop deep, you bring the whole defence with you, and that then interferes with where the midfielders need to play their football. But for me, at times, I almost feel like, and listen, Pep knows far more about football than me, but if Haaland dropped deep and brought the defence with him, that all of a sudden leaves space for Haaland to then spin them and run behind them. Perfect. And then he's got space to run into. But look, I think that's... Whoever said that, go and watch the game, mate. Haaland did.
Craig Lee supports Newcastle, by the way, just to let anybody want to know that.
Yes,
did you see that?
I mean, I can remember 2. I know it's only 2, but let's have some context here. I remember 2 occasions, minimum, off the top of my head, instantly, where Haaland was involved in link-up play. So that isn't entirely true. Listen, I get it. I get that we are not playing as fluid with Haaland at the moment. I'll stand by it that Pep, a manager that likes to play with a midfield is everything to him. He's trying to work out how to still have midfield dominance with a striker. Because, listen, if you can have a 27 goals already striker in your team, you would. Everyone would, You just have to, and if you perfect it, with that, you become a better team than you were before. But at the moment, we haven't perfected it. So it's a valid point, but also not so valid.
Yeah.
And as for your question about the FA Cup, listen, I think us and Arsenal are both in the same boat with that. Like, it's the
But
least.
we don't have a B team though.
But bro, our squad's not that big.
Pyramid's
bro.
a
It really
bad
is.
guy.
But the whole
Pyramid is
thing
a
is,
bad
for
guy.
both of us, you saw our B team, bro, is not always firing. But I think for both of us, it's the least important game this season.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's important for us. I don't mind. A more high intensity game,
But
please.
us and Arsenal, well, Cass,
Can
to be
Arsenal
fair,
wait? Can
bro,
Arsenal?
right now, all
I
of a sudden, those cup games for you all of a sudden, bro, are becoming less important because if you man beat
League.
Arsenal, Cass, you're in a title race, isn't it?
basically. But what's it called? We got to get through Palace. I was gonna say that, but FA Cup is important, but at the same time, can Arsenal afford to be putting out a B team against even City's B team? Because I'm sorry, that's gonna end one way. Because you, man,
I don't think so.
I think you lot are gonna have to sacrifice this again potentially and just focus on Europa League and that.
I mean, we've won 11, right? Or 12? It's 12.
Something like
We
that.
won the highest.
Yeah,
No?
something like that.
We're
Something
the
like that.
first. So come on, who cares? You can have it. You can have it. I want the Premier League and the Europa League. I will absolutely be happy with that.
But hey, Mr. French Gooner, who's not from France, big up yourself, man. You got,
Cheers,
hey,
bro.
your laugh is toxic. Love it.
What can I say?
Hey,
Oh, listen,
yo.
thanks for calling in, and also thanks for becoming a member. Hopefully you honor a lot more, call in a lot more.
Sunday same time. We're running
Every
it,
Sunday,
Alright.
same time. And listen,
Same time actually, because I just moved to Dublin, so.
Oh
I
my
just
god, this
moved
guy's
to
global. This
Dublin.
guy's
so you're
global.
gonna be
Isn't
Irish Gooner soon, yeah?
the Irish dude.
Who knows? Yeah.
But no, thanks for coming on, and
same
have a
time.
good week and enjoy being top of the table because you're gonna be there for a few more
Thanks,
weeks.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
few more
man.
weeks you got there.
100%.
Let's see. Cheers.
Yeah, nice one. Hey, yo, guys. There's 230 of you in here. Obviously, a few of you from Saeed's channel as well. Obviously, he just told you like to comment over here. Make sure you smash the like button. You probably know my face by now. If you're Saeed, I'm with him pretty much every match day. But yeah, big up everyone that is here. Make sure you subscribe as well. If you want to hear a little, little widget with the little, sounds and everything. There you go.
Go on, what are you gonna give us?
Get excited. You know what I'm saying? It's nearly on 200, by the way, 15 away. But
So
yeah.
what sound effects you gonna?
But yeah, there's no thing. I mean, unless you want to be shameless, I'll be running this.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
Who is that?
I don't know, some guy that was singing like, and I thought it
Because
was funny.
I swear that's Meatloaf, yeah. But
It's-
Meatloaf's got a better voice than that, surely.
I don't know. Then you got Sean.
Oh, hi there. How
Oh,
you
hi
doing?
there.
Yeah, as you know, and then you got the.
Your defense is in trouble. Can't you know?
I don't know what that is, bro.
That's the
That's
Nketiah song, isn't it?
What?
Nah, it's the Nketiah
Oh,
track.
by the way, actually, can I give a quick shout out? Yeah.
That's
Do
it.
you know what? One thing I've seen clips of, you wouldn't have seen this because you're outside the ground, yeah? But City fans got held in for 45 minutes yesterday, right? Bro, and they were singing their fucking hearts out still.
How? Because I saw, Hamza, Shameless Hamza, he was out the ground quick time. I saw that
clearly wasn't-
small.
No, bro,
I saw that
bro.
5'6"
Yeah,
bald man
on.
trying to chill around all of us.
Bro,
Oh no! Then again, he was in the home crowd.
he definitely wasn't in the way, and
Yeah,
he
he
wouldn't have.
wasn't.
Bro, getting away.
Nah,
My
he wasn't.
bedroom got away, managed to get a ticket, $250. If you wanted a City ticket in the away end, bro,
he was
they
in the
weren't
home end.
cheap.
Guess what? He was in the Stretford end as well. Can you imagine? And he was just moving.
Bro,
awkward.
I'm not being funny, but like a few people I speak to were like, had people saying to him, "Oh, why don't you just get a ticket in the United end?" And they're like, "You fucking mad."
Yeah.
If you, nah, I'm not. I think right. This isn't a dig at Hamza. I've got love for Hamza, and he's a
course.
City fan, innit? Yeah, but me personally, I ain't going in no fucking home end at Old Trafford. Are you dizzy, bruv? Like,
how can you
no
control your? Imagine
way.
when that first goal goes in. How the hell do you even control yourself?
Bro, I wouldn't even want to fucking sit on a seat that you man have sat on. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, but you want to sit on a seat that Arsenal fans put their asses on earlier in the season and so forth, and then 30 fans from Birmingham called
Bro,
Aston
they're
Villa.
not rags, innit? They're not rags.
It is what it is. Let me explain to a couple of you guys. I'm gonna bring on another one of our members. The calling show isn't just for members. Like, if you want to become a member though, obviously, and support the channel, obviously go below and you get priority when it comes to these calling shows, because it can get quite jammed up. And I think Michael in the back here knows everything about that. First come, first served. Typically Sid's here, but he's not today because he's sleeping. He's all the way in India, so you might see him here and there. 4 away from 200 likes. Get that to 200 likes. Let's get that number even. But yeah, so if there's no other member other than Mike himself has asked to jump on. So if you want to jump on, message myself or Daps and we'll send you the link. Just make sure you mute your mic when you come in, and yeah, and we'll just move on from there. So you don't have to be a member, but you just don't get priority. That's it. If you want to become a member, link in the description. As Solo MCFC correctly said in the chat, scroll up if you can't see it. And big up all of you guys that are here just supporting the channel just by being here itself.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, man. Wait, let's get in Mike's. One sec. Let me just put in his URL, and then you can be seen by everybody. And here he pops up. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Mike's.
Yo, what's happening?
Yo, what is
You say
going
Mike's
on,
good?
man? Long time. It feels like a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, I recorded with Daps on Friday. On
Yeah.
this channel, so that was good.
Oh, sorry. So you hollered that, but you didn't holler me. Yeah?
No. We were on Grizz's
Grizz's
channel.
channel.
Grizz's
Oh,
channel.
okay,
sorry.
okay. So you still didn't holler me. Yeah, that's annoying. All right, cool. But it's fine. It's fine though. It's fine though. It's all right. It's all right. But yeah, look, Mike,
Oh,
man,
Trafford friends.
fellow Man United fan. You've been in some rounds on Twitter lately. You know, I've been seeing your tweets blow up.
Real?
All right, this guy thinks
Bro.
this guy's moving like, do you know La Pioche or Steve Arnott on Twitter?
Yeah.
Man like Mo, anyways. Yeah, he's moving like that Twitter lately.
Okay.
Guy Mike's has got jokes, yeah.
It'd be like, I'm trying to get the clout up. You know how it is. But nah, what's it called? I know because you've been popping up. Because every time I go negative, Cass is always in my mention say stop it. Because I said the lineup was crap on, was it Saturday? Because
You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe.
Well, it was 7 a.m. in the morning, and I saw Shaw at center back against Erling Haaland. I was not that confident. Let's be serious. But
Luke
the
Shaw's
game was good though.
What are you
Give him
saying?
chance.
Luke Shaw's the best centre back in the league right now, and he's a left back.
What did Aaron call him? Like Luke Maldini or something like that?
He called him Paoluco Shordini.
Yeah.
Paoluco
Yeah, something like
Shordini.
that.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
No,
So
double
it's
A.
gone from Shordinho to
Roberto Carlos to Shordinho when he was doing a dribbling up to now Paoluco Shordini. Double A's got some is mad, honestly. But yeah, Mike's, man, buzzing, innit? You must be buzzing. Look at the
Bro, I
table.
said it.
You can't see it right now, but on YouTube
Nah,
you can
no,
see the table.
I know what it is.
Yeah, but
I'll
where
look
is it then? Did you see
we're
Chelsea? Did you see Chelsea in there? Did you see
Yeah,
Liverpool in
they're
there?
Liverpool and Chelsea are 9th and 10th. They be battling.
I don't
with
see them in
Brentford
this
as well.
table. We couldn't fit in the screen. I'm sorry. Like it is what it is, man.
I
And
see
I know.
Fulham.
I
I
mean,
see
don't
Brentford.
talk to me about Fulham. I see Mitrovic. Yeah, that guy's got blood on his hands. That guy has blood on his damn hands. I can't believe
You're
it. And Newcastle, they don't even look that great anymore at the moment. And they go and get another 88th minute winner.
Yeah.
Sick of it. I'm actually
Listen,
sick of it.
listen, bro, don't knock it. Them last minute winners. Listen, you got VAR saved your ass, bro. So listen,
Yeah,
you take whatever
I'm
you
gonna say
can.
this now. It was offside for me. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also a man that says I don't care about what the decision is. If it's
Absolutely,
on my
bro.
side, I'm taking it. I come from a corruption league in Greece, so trust me, I know what it'd be like to get some
No,
decision.
bro,
on
you
your
have to
side.
take them. Let me. I keep saying it. This is not United fans, bro, at all. It's not United fans. You take that, you run with it. You got the
Yeah.
W. The way you pushed on after that was commendable. My issue is with the authorities. Yeah, I mean, listen. I never ever, and I do think swings and roundabouts. We get decisions go away. Absolutely, doesn't make it easier just because we get them. Yeah, everyone told us about the Rodri handball. I get it. I understand it. Don't make it easier. But the one thing I will say is, and I'm not screaming conspiracy theory or nothing, but listen, the Premier League, Sky, BT, they would fucking love an Arsenal and Man United title race. I'm just
here
saying.
for top four. I'm just here for top four. That's all.
I'm just saying.
Top four. That's really. Move on to Palace. That's the most important game next week. Palace. Get that game in hand. Get that lead over Newcastle, Spurs, and all that. But not in terms of the game, because a lot of United fans are still negative, saying that we didn't in terms of like us dominating the game. I honestly think yesterday we dominated the game for 60 minutes until like the second half because you guys know what Jose said. You can control the game without having the ball. And that's what United did yesterday because Bernardo Silva was doing quick turns in his
Spoken
down the
like a
half yesterday.
true tactician. Go on, Mike.
Tactical arc. Now, but
Yeah.
now the way that we lined up, it was the perfect way to line up against City because I mean Daps will know this. On the wings, City have no pace. There's no athleticism on that side. Mahrez, he's been good form lately, but he's not big. Foden's iffy so far. So we just
I've
occupied
heard a
that
few
middle. It's like
reports on Foden. I've heard a few reports on that might be something. There's things going on behind the scenes with Foden. I've heard that he's. I think he's on a. I don't know. Maybe he's been pulled up for something's happened. Maybe attitude. He's been pulled up for something. Don't know, man. Yeah. Do you know what? The first half for me, the way I would sum up yesterday is the first half. Manchester City, I was happy with it. Now, first 5 minutes, I was very happy with. And I know it's only 5 minutes, but the way we started the game, I was very happy with. You were trying to press us, and we were playing out from the back like I think it was 2 games ago. So the second game last season, when you tried to press us really high for the opening 5 minutes, and we comfortably were moving the ball about. Cancelo was he made one really fucking strong run into your half. And I thought, that's more like it. Cancelo's back on the left where we want to see him. Our fullbacks aren't inverting. Walker was actually inverting more than Cancelo yesterday. But neither of them were over in the first half. But I would say then you grew into the half. What I would say in the first half from a City point of view is we were doing the fundamentals better, right? It's like almost Pep had gone, you know what, yeah, after that Southampton performance and maybe the first half against Chelsea, maybe we're not a team playing with the highest confidence at the moment. So let's go back to basics. We ain't going to invert the wingers as much, the fullbacks, and let's just try and get some momentum going. But our passing was sloppy. So it looked like we were a City team that were better than we had been, but maybe we were getting into second gear. That was it. No more than that, right? So I do think Man United were the stronger team in the first half, but I wasn't mad at City. That was not a Southampton performance. That was not a first half against Chelsea performance. Then the second half, it's like almost at half time, Pep had said, cool, listen, we're starting to cook. We're starting to cook again. The gas has been turned on, right? There's no bubbles yet, right? But the gas has been turned on, right? Now, let's show them. Let's start recycling the ball. Let's start pushing them back. Let's do to Man United what we usually do, where they have to drop deep. Not because they want to, but because we are making them drop deep. And I saw that. Grealish came on. And I think the Grealish move I think that was done. I don't know if you noticed, just before Grealish got up and started getting ready to come on, someone committed a foul, right? And I feel like Pep thought, right, now, yeah, this is where, and I'm sure there's other reasons, but I also think he thought this is a perfect time to introduce Grealish because United is starting to commit fouls. Perfect time to throw Grealish on, yeah? Because if United get pissed off, there could quite easily be a card with Grealish on the pitch, yeah? He came on, he got the goal, right? And everything. And at that point, I'm thinking, yeah, we are looking more like the Man City. The bubbles were coming, yeah? The water was starting to bubble on the hob, right? And then Mr. fucking referee or AKA VAR decided to turn the gas to the house off swiftly, cut the pipe, said, good night, you ain't bubbling no more, right? And that was it. And then from that point, that is where Man United said, cool, no problem. We've got electricity. We're going to fucking cook. And from that point, it was United. And the minute you scored that goal, that was it for me. Like, we were out of the game. We were out of the game. And you went for the jugular. And Garnacho, what a bringing him on, man. I'd said the day before, I've been asked if I could take any 2 players.
Yeah.
First one was Shaw. And I actually said as a replacement left back. Not a replacement, sorry, as a backup left back. I'd take him. And the second one, because I still think if I needed 2 things in this transfer window, it would be a backup on the left, right? And it would be a winger, right? That can deliver. Yeah. Now, Luke Shaw had a very good game. And Garnacho, that ball for that goal is exactly what Erling Haaland would fucking eat up all day long. Yeah. So great substitutions from Ten Hag, man. So Yeah, it was, bro. It was. And we are where we are, man. And now we have to get it back. I just don't like these, like, I think straight after the game, everyone, it was a VAR talk. Man United fans, I said to everyone, celebrate it. You have to, man.
Of course.
But then this morning, the celebration has turned into all of a sudden,
Determination.
United dominated Man City. And it was like, it was never a domination. Let's be clear. And like I said before, 6-1 at Old Trafford, 6-3 at the Etihad. They're dominations, yeah. It wasn't a domination. I'm not taking nothing away from the win. The win is a win, yeah. A win by any means is a win. Arsenal's best result this season might be the win at Leeds, yeah, when they didn't look good but still got the W, right? A win is a win. But this domination talk, I'm not having.
Yeah,
I get
no,
that.
it wasn't dominating, but tactically, I think Ten Hag had the upper hand slightly. But I think he tried. But at the
Substitution-wise,
same
100%
time,
perfect substitutions.
I think Ten Hag could have been. I don't know if you agree, Mike, but I think the last 15, 20 minutes, let's say 20 minutes, when he just flipped the switch all of a sudden, it was like, why didn't we do that at the start of the game? Like, I get it, maybe play like that for 20 minutes, but there was no reason why we couldn't go attack City, because if we was attacking City, I think we would have both, like, City would have chances, but we'd also have many chances as well. Like that, we could have pinned back that defense a lot more likely, like we did in the last 20. And I don't know, I didn't like the Eriksen side. Like, he played
Could
well.
you do that for the whole game? Are you confident you could do that for
Yeah,
the whole
you know
game?
what it was?
Bro?
You see the way we passed? Some of the passes were very accurate and clean. And I was thinking, bro, like, I'm confident. Like, these players have been doing it for a minute now. Can we not take the game a bit further up the pitch, please? You played short. You played short for pace. Cool.
Cass,
I think
you
so,
might
man.
say that, bro. To play that way against Manchester City for 90 minutes.
No, not 90, not 90. I said after like the 20 minutes, there could have been spells where you just push, like, bro, go forward. Like, Akanji's got mistake in him. It's clear as day he does, you know. And every time we were pressing Ake played very well, by the way. But then at times we made him boot the ball long and we would recover it. And it's like, bro, why don't we just do that in the start? Like maybe after 25 minutes, last 10 minutes of the first half. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we could have been a little bit more brave rather than allowing that, you know, City to get back into the game. Like, I thought the management could have been that just a little bit better. I don't know what you think.
I get that. I mean, I think Ten Hag just wanted to go very, like, pragmatic, make sure that we don't get cooked again.
Yeah.
Because we got cooked in the first fixture. So he made sure that we were pragmatic and, like, physical and make sure that we don't concede. And that's why I think Garnacho's on the bench. And obviously, the Garnacho changed everything because he's a direct winger. Like Anthony, for example, like, you know my criticisms on him. Like, I think with Garnacho, you could see him go inside, outside on the wing. That's what created the goal. That's what allowed him to flip the dynamism. Obviously, but if you start Garnacho, he won't be as, like, effective if he's a starter instead of a bench player, because I think off the bench is better for him right now. So I kind of get that. But I do agree with Eriksen, bro. I'm probably Eriksen's biggest critic on Twitter right now. I do not like that guy. I think off the ball, he's an absolute traffic cone. Like, this guy can't win a duel. He hasn't won a duel all season. Like, every time I see this guy try to go into a duel, he'll lose it to whoever it is. So against Arsenal, for example, no Eriksen. Because against Arsenal, we can't set up the way we did against City, because against City, Ten Hag knew that City wingers can't cook us. Arsenal have much better wingers, so I think you'll see Eriksen getting benched.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't know, man. Palace, you know, gotta get past that obstacle. I don't think they're the greatest right now either. I think this is probably the perfect time to play them. But I need to ask anyone that was watching the game on TV, like, how did Old Trafford sound? Because people say it was loud.
Yeah, bro.
Was it loud? Like,
yeah, it sounded loud still. Because usually, I'll be honest, bro, obviously it is a big ground, yeah, and City only get, they get what I would say is a reasonable amount there, yeah, reasonable amount, but compared to how many United fans are there, it's a small amount, yeah. But whenever City play away, you can always hear City's away fans, always, yeah. I could hear City's away fans yesterday, and I know they were singing. I've seen videos from within. Yeah, and I could see it from. But on the TV, bro, it was harder than usual to hear the City fans because the United fans were. And at half time, when Ten Hag came out, he proper tried to egg on the United lot, wasn't he? He was proper telling the fans to lift the noise as well. That was good, bro. But I think we know that this season, it's Old Trafford is getting back to being a fortress. They sort that fucking roof out, bro, and it really might be a fortress.
Alright, but yo, Mike, big up yourself, man.
Yes, sir. Always, man.
Message me
Mike.
whenever, man.
Sir, seriously.
Love that. Love that. Oh my god. We got one. I think we might have one more guest, unless Callum's messaged you potentially, Daps.
Let me check.
Obviously Sid's a member. You know Sid. You know he's woke up with his chocolate bar background, man. Like I'm just saying, like members get priority. That's just the way it goes. They jump right to the front of the queue. It's just it is. But yeah, so it's actually our first Chelsea fan that's about to come on for the night.
Yeah, it
no,
is.
no Liverpool, nothing else. Like I'm surprised there's no Liverpool fans. I'm surprised Mons is not about. I'm just surprisred. Like
No,
none of-
you're not, bro.
Like I'm just thinking. Like where's the people that we usually talk to? Why are they not trying to jump in as well? They scared. I ain't seen
What,
Roms for a
Liverpool
long.
fans?
I ain't seen Roms for a long time.
Liverpool fans.
Yeah, Liverpool fans, absolute
I
disgusting.
wonder why.
Mm.
They see the screen and they see they're not on the table, so thought, well, there's no point in talking about it. Whereas Chelsea fans, you know what? Chelsea fans right now probably want to jump on here because of the fact that they do have something to talk about over Arsenal.
Well, yeah. Well, only one. I think it was 1-0 against Palace, right, Sid?
Yeah, man. But that was not good. Also, missing chances, missing sitters from Kai Havertz. That is not new to Chelsea fans, but I'm not even excited for Mudryk. I said that for Felix because the main issue is the midfield, which we are not addressing, and also a right back. So I'm not excited for the another glorified forward, which is going to fail again. So I'm not that excited.
Well, me and Cass were talking earlier, and like for me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, the two positions that you man need to fill urgently, and when I mean urgently, we spoke earlier on Tottenham and how Tottenham are dragging their heels with the Pedro Porro signing, right? And I was saying that this isn't the summer where you've got 6 weeks to do a negotiation, right? Yes, the January transfer window is 31 days, right? However, every 3 days there is a game, right? So every 3 days that you don't get a deal done, that's another game without a player that you need, yeah? And right now, what you need so desperately is a right back and a forward, yeah?
Yeah.
I get there's more, 100% I get right now Chelsea need more, and maybe they want to improve.
No, the first issue is a DM. The times when Jorginho gets spun or Zakaria was doing good. So then we were thinking just about right back. We are paying 100 million, not upfront, but we are paying 100 million to Mudryk, but we are not thinking about Juranovic, who has release clause of 10 or 12 million pounds.
So and this is the thing. Release clauses, they're the easiest deals to do. You just go in, pay it,
Yeah.
and it's done. I mean,
Pretty
they
much.
play in negotiations, but the right back, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I hear what you're saying about a DM, but you do have a DM that can do a job, right?
Yeah.
You ain't got a
But
right
he's
back
also injured for 1 month.
You haven't got a right back that can do a job.
Yeah.
You haven't. Like, I'm sorry, Aspilicueta, I respect him as a player and what he's achieved. But right now, the way
He should
Chelsea
have
play,
moved on to Barca, but we were too emotional in the summer.
yeah,
Might
but,
as well went in
but
for
what you
Rafinha
need
again.
is the way that Chelsea play.
No,
You
no, no,
need
no,
a right back with legs. You can't have him as a right back.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's all great if Felix is advancing the ball up the pitch. It's all great if Mudryk comes in and he plays on the left, and when Sterling comes back, he plays on the right, or whoever. Right? You've got wingers, right?
Yeah.
Your issue is a striker. You haven't got no one to like Havertz. I'm sorry, it ain't working. Right?
Havertz is
No,
shit,
no, no.
man.
It's not working with him through the middle.
I'm
It's
on
not.
that now. I also applied for a loan to City until the end of the season. That's not that.
But I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even know why you want a loan to City at the moment. But look, there's I guess you can't go Arsenal. You're not allowed to go
Yeah.
Arsenal.
No,
It's
no.
not. Yeah. And you probably still want Champions League football. So I do get the City one, to be fair.
No, but I can't support Arsenal. That's why I put a funny story because I have some friends here who are Chelsea fans and also some fans who are Arsenal fans. So that lot is hilarious when they are going good.
Yeah.
I can't stand Arsenal fans, man. They get on my nerves, bro. Well, yeah, man. What did you watch the game today then?
Yeah.
What was it like? Like, what was there any improvements or because I ain't even seen stats. I seen nothing. All I see is that table. You went from 10th to 10th.
Yeah, man. You are enjoying this, man.
I'm loving it because Liverpool away. All I'm saying, Man United are about 10, 8 points, 10 points clear of Liverpool and yourselves. You know, I don't
Yeah,
even know
yeah.
if you've got a game in hand. Have you played 18 games now?
You have a game in hand.
We have a game in hand against Chelsea. Oh my God. If we beat Palace, that's our game in hand, right?
Yes.
We could be 30 points above Chelsea. Yo,
How many?
13 points above Chelsea by Wednesday. I cannot believe my luck this season. Wow, man. Struggling with Brighton and them, man. I remember that reference. Daps. Fulham, Brighton and them, man, from
We are
Mel.
feeling like you last season.
Yeah.
Basically, that's all I'm gonna say on that part. Wait, but with Chelsea, like, I heard that you're still looking at Caicedo. Like, you're spending more money.
Yes.
Yo,
We can because we are dividing the installment in many years. So FFP, I read somewhere that it's not an issue. That's why we couldn't play Enzo release clause because we cannot pay everything up front.
Fucking
Is that what our typical American?
basically sounds like it, man.
Yeah.
Todd B, man, trying to do everything he can, but he can't.
Do you know what? I honestly, it's so funny because back in the summer, right,
Mm.
when he flew over to, and I wish I knew what show it was on, Cass, but in one of our shows, I said that, you know, when he flew over to Barcelona and went
Yeah.
out for dinner with Laporte, yeah, I made a joke that I can imagine Laporte just said to him, because then it was like a couple of days after that, that out of nowhere, Chelsea came in and bought Cucurella, yeah?
Yeah.
And at the time, I remember making a joke that, like, I feel like what he's doing is when he got over there, Laporte said to him, listen, here's what we're going to do, bro, right? I really appreciate you buying me dinner and whatever, yeah? Here's what we're going to do. We're not actually going to, like, whether we want players or not, whether we need players or not, let's just fuck everyone up. Let's just go in and create rumors that we want people. If we see someone going for someone, we're like, no, we're taking them. And I bantered about it, yeah? But then it's like when you look at it, that really does seem like what Todd Bowley is on. He's just like, it's almost like he said, because he's brought Graham Potter in and Graham Potter's whole recruitment staff, but it's like he's brought them in just to make, there's loads of things that I feel like he's done to make Potter happy. Like, Potter, have a 5-year contract, no problem, bro, right? Oh, when you want your recruitment team, bring them. But then he's been like, oh, fuck them, man. They ain't buying. They ain't deciding who we're buying. I'm just waiting to see who Arsenal are linked with, who City are linked with, who Man United are linked with, and I'm buying them. That's what I'm doing. Fuck the recruitment team, because it's so. Every Chelsea fan, every rival fan can look at them and know what they want to do. But Todd Bowley is just like, nah, we'll just go and take. He wants the fans to love him, and he knows the fans will love him if he goes and fucks up Arsenal. That's what. Pause. But
Yeah, but that was a wrong move in my opinion because other areas are very important, which we need. A backup to Reece James is very much needed because at that time now nobody is going to come as a backup because everybody wants the first chance. So I think that was a wrong move. Still, I was praying last night. I also wrote in the Discord group that please Arsenal do a miracle and take him away.
do you know what you need to do, though? Do you know what you really need to do?
Just fold. Just your club just needs to
no,
fold.
it just popped up in my
Liquidate.
head. It's just popped in my head, yeah?
Go on.
You need a right back, right?
Yes.
I'm surprised it's got to come out any day that you man are going to go in. So Dan was talking earlier about the Pedro Porro deal and the fact that Levy's arguing over 5 million. They're going to hold out for that 5 million because they know that City are getting 30% of whatever they buy. I can imagine, as you need a right back, yeah, Bowler's just going to bop in there at last minute and go, no, we'll pay whatever you fucking want, bro. What do you want? What do you want for Pedro Porro? We'll have him just to take him off of Tottenham, and you actually need him. So that seems like a logical one for you.
Yeah, maybe it is.
No, but it has issue with João Felix and something like that. But if he's coming, I am very much happy.
What, Pedro
João
Porro's
Felix,
got an issue with Felix?
João Felix ain't going, bro. He's staying at Atletico, you do know that, innit? He just signed a new contract because Simeone's leaving.
No, Simeone's signed a new contract, hasn't he?
No, João Felix did. He
No,
extended
no,
it to
no.
2027. Simeone's rumored to leave at the end of the season. That's why Felix
See,
signed.
someone on the stream the other day told me that Simeone had just signed a new contract.
I don't know
No,
if he
he
did.
said he's not going anywhere, but he hasn't signed anything yet. And the rumors are Luis Enrique will take that job. So I think Felix is leaving. I would be happy if the team decides to go for Pedro Porro because we need a quality right back and also who can be a backup and
Mm.
sometimes play because Reece James is injury prone and we all knew that from this season. The amount of time he's getting injured on the same knee, which is the issue.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%, bro. There's
I-
definitely. Look, I've said this a few times. That is a huge concern, man. At his age, how much time he has been
Yeah.
out for, and the thing is, even the game he got the injury, it was so clear to see that first half with him on the pitch. You look like a different team the minute he
Yeah.
gets injured. And let's be clear as well with Chilwell, that we know that Chelsea with their fullbacks is when they're at their best. Without Chilwell, without
Yeah,
Reece
yeah.
James, but the biggest thing with Reece James is the fact that he's had multiple injuries similar, and I've said it before. It proper gives me Micah Richards vibes because they're both very athletic. They're both players that get up and down the pitch a lot. Now, if you're athletic, quite heavily stacked up top, right,
Yeah.
and you're constantly running up and down, the amount of weight and impact you're putting on your legs, yeah. Sometimes I feel top heavy players that they lead to more impact, more injuries. And you saw from his fitness coach or whoever it was, performance coach, I think
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
what he put on Instagram or something. He definitely wasn't happy with the way Chelsea rushed him back. So look, they
Because
need to
he's
make
the
sure
sole
that's why
source
you
of
need the cover. You can't rush him back again, or you're risking really fucking him up.
Mm. You got anything
yeah,
else?
he's the sole source of creativity. That's why
Yeah.
we rush him back.
It
Yeah.
is what it is, man. But yeah, big up Sid, man. I know you just
Thanks for
woke
coming
up.
on, Sid.
No, you just
Have a
woke
good
up and
sleep and have a
everything.
good week. I'll chat
Yeah,
to you.
man.
I'm sure I'll chat to you online.
I was ready up till 2:15 a.m. Then I
Conked
don't
out.
know. I slept.
That is
And
minor.
take a bite of that chocolate bar for me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Mm. Boy, man, gonna get our last caller in. Respectfully, a City fan at that, so that can have a bit of therapy, I suppose. It only makes sense, right? Some more cries, some more tears, more excuses. I don't know. Actually, no. To be fair, Callum's sweet. He ain't really one for that. You know, he's Callum.
I'm waiting to
Portugal,
see.
innit?
I don't know if Callum's going to rant or if he's going to. I don't know if he's going to go on the attack at United or if he's going to rant about City.
Aye, don't come at United. Aye, we didn't do shit. We just played to the whistle. Aye, it's not
We'll
our fault.
see.
I'm just saying. But guys, make sure you smash the like. I think we're 4 away from 230. So big up everyone that is joined us here, and I think we'll be going for the last 10 minutes. So you guys, you can get peace and quiet away from us. But big up Callum in the building. Callum, you're in Portugal, right?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you. What are you
On-
saying, Callum? You
What you
good?
saying?
Yeah, I'm good. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy
I'm better
today.
than you.
I'm back to normal.
I know you are. But
Talk to me nicely.
yeah, of course. No, I what I saw from yesterday's game, I think you deserve to win the game. Personally, I thought we weren't too good. Passing was sloppy in the first half. As well. Second half, we upped the tempo slightly again, and I just think we're missing someone in the final third, a winger. And I was saying to Daps yesterday, I know it sounds a bit me to say, but someone like Adama Traore, someone who can get on the ball and someone that can just run. And obviously, Adama Traore ain't a City player, but possibly, you never know. But yeah.
You're meaning someone. I do get what you're saying. Someone.
You want
Do you
someone
know
that's
what? Right.
direct. You want someone that's direct and fast.
I don't think right. So his delivery is not amazing, right? But someone that even just fucking runs, yeah, will stretch the game. and
Exactly.
speed the game up. Like it's true. Like yeah, it's an interesting take, because that is something. And I felt like yesterday when we were looking at our best, Walker was making them driving runs forward. When Walker, and I always talk on Walker just making these, and City at our best, right? And this, I always used to talk on when Sterling was at City and when Sterling was at his best, he would get goals by finding space when we had multiple runners into the box. So you'd have like your David Silva, you'd have your Kevin De Bruyne that would be on the edge of the box, right? And maybe at that point it would have been your Fernandinho, and they'll be passing the ball about, probing, moving the ball about left to right. But the difference is you then have runners into the box, right, that would scramble the defense, and it would just be like, you have a run. Defenders would go, no ball would get played, but you'd be pulling defense. Then Jesus would make a run, or then Sane would make a run, and all these different players are making runs. And so the defenders are having to go in different directions, at which point, at one point, David Silva or Kevin De Bruyne or Fernandinho, they'd pick out that pass because they'd be like, boom, there's the gap. Now, hit it perfectly, and there's the goal. And at the moment, because we don't have those runners just scrambling, and that's the way I see it, is you're scrambling defenders' minds because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know when the pass is going to come direct. They don't know who it's going to go to because everyone, and it just scrambles them. And at the moment, it's too obvious. Do you know what? We're under Pellegrini, the end of the Pellegrini period, there was one season where I always remember we started to look like Arsenal did towards the end of the Wenger era, right? Where so much fucking passing, left, right. Yes, this tick-attack of passing is great. Is it fuck? If there's not all of a sudden that boom, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You're supposed to stretch the game, pass left and right, but not for the whole game. All of a sudden, there has to be this change of pace that Rodri can do. Rodri can do that, right? But there has to be runners to make it work. If there are not runners scrambling and stretching the game, ultimately, it doesn't fucking work. And that's the issue. There's no runners.
Well, the issue, in my opinion, was yesterday was that ball off the top for Haaland was on all the time, and you could tell he was getting frustrated. You could tell in the first half. And with us at the minute, you can sort of tell Pep is sort of like, just keep the ball, lads, just keep the ball. And it's a bit like, why not risk it? We've got a guy, and I've said to someone, I think our best game this season was the first game of the season, West Ham away, where you saw actually Haaland getting behind the West Ham defence.
I think I didn't think he wanted to put the ball over the top. Pep, I think that was a clear instruction. Don't put over the top. I think he was scared of the counter attack. He was scared of the counter attack.
You know what though?
That's it. And give the ball away.
There was another game. Here's the thing. I actually can go back to a game last season, right? Liverpool, and it was Liverpool. I think it was Liverpool at Anfield, right? Did we play at Anfield second game last season?
No, we played at home when De Bruyne scored first, then Jota.
Right. So it was one of the Liverpool games. It was one of the Liverpool games where, for some reason, all of a sudden, in the first half, we kept playing balls over the top. And it was weird, because that isn't what City do. But all of a sudden, one game, there kept being balls over the top. And I was like, it was definitely the second game of the season, because I can remember, this is like we're getting ready for Haaland to come in, because the way all of a sudden out of nowhere, and it confused Liverpool because Liverpool weren't expecting it. And they're thinking, oh, hold on, why is this City team playing balls over the top? And it is like, even with, someone said to me that in training, apparently, Haaland is dropping deep. And Pep said to him, we don't want you to drop deep, because if you drop deep, you pull the defenders with you, and then that squeezes the space that our midfield has to work in. But I'm like, and again, I said this earlier on the show, I am not here to criticize Pep, because Pep knows fucking football that works. I don't know shit. But for me, with a player like Haaland, that is what you want. You want the defense to come further. You want some space for Haaland to fucking run into.
Well,
And we
again,
didn't see it.
again yesterday, you could tell he was getting frustrated because he came over to Akanji and Ake and got the ball off them, having a few
Yeah.
touches yesterday. Again, like you just said in training, with Pep saying to him not to go deep. Well, what does he expect him to do in games? Just stick around and all he does is press up top.
Yeah.
The issue is, and I saw it after the Southampton game, and a mate of mine who's a Forest fan, he messaged me after the game and he said, how did you get on? And I said, we lost 2-0. And he said, you're joking. I said, I'm not. And I put to him, Laporte was falling out with Cancelo and the rest of the gang was falling out with whoever. And he put back to me, ever since Pep's got there, our team's never, ever, ever done that. Ever. Never, ever done that. And you could tell there's a shift in mentality with Arsenal today again.
Yeah.
And they, in my opinion, they look absolutely quality. They really,
Yeah,
really
they do, bro. Their mentality
And,
looks insane. Mentality looks mental there.
There's a big difference with us and Arsenal this season. And again, where Pep's come out and said, in his press conference, no one can criticise or challenge these players. Why not? Why can't we have a say? Why can't we challenge the players? Why not? Because if they keep putting in performances like that against Southampton and against United, again, after the Real Madrid game, I messaged you and I was really, really upset. I was really angry and hurt by how we could, in 2 minutes, just throw away a game like that. Again, yesterday, United just went for the throat with us. They just thought, you know what? City are there, they're vulnerable, and we'll go and get them. And what I really enjoyed to watch Ten Hag do yesterday, which I thought it was a tactical genius from him, was since Anthony came on the pitch, he kept him as a false nine. And then all of a sudden, when United got one back, he moved Rashford up top, he moved Anthony onto the right, and he moved Garnacho onto the left. And he knew City were going to press. And that's why Rashford went down the middle and got his goal. And if you see his movement yesterday, it was unreal. But again, with us, I see a lot of people going about Ederson and all this, all that yesterday. I don't think Ederson was great again yesterday. I don't know what he was doing in the first half coming out of his goal like that.
That should have been 1-0, man. I can't lie.
It should have been.
Square to Martial, man. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I thought he was just going to shoot and put it top bins, and I was
thought that as well.
Right.
I thought, no, that wasn't that one. So the first one, I thought, cool, put that top bins, open goal, just curl it. He scruffed it. The second one, he got past and he decided to try shoot against Ederson while he was sliding in. I'm like, bro, Marcel's like, pick your head up. Marcel's right there. He's waiting to literally tap the ball in. Do it. You could have been 2-0 up in the first half. Would have changed the whole game.
Yeah. Do you know what? I just think, I think for me, there's definitely, look, I spoke on Liverpool, right, when Van Dijk got injured, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we can't speak on Liverpool. They're not top 8 at the moment. Can't see them.
No. But let me just.
I told you about that as well.
When Van Dijk got injured, Cass,
yeah.
When Van Dijk got injured, right, I kind of said, look, this isn't just about the Van Dijk injury. I said, Van Dijk got injured.
Yeah.
Then I think one or two other players got injured. Then they started to, because up until then, everything had been hunky-dory at Liverpool. You know, Liverpool had a sensational about 16 months, I think it was, 18 months, right? And Klopp was cuddling everyone. You know, that dressing room was fucking bouncing. That dressing room was fucking a party vibe, right? But then Van Dijk gets injured, right? Then a few other players get injured. Then they start dropping points, right? Now, that is where the issues come. And also, here's the other thing. Certain players wanted new contracts at Liverpool, Mane and Salah, right? So, and they weren't being given the contracts they wanted at the time. Now, if you are players like that, important players in a team, you've got wants and you're your manager that you're used to cuddling you, yeah, all of a sudden, because points have been dropped, your manager has to speak to you in a bit of a different tone, right? There's no more cuddles, right? And I'm not saying he's completely switched and calling him every single name under the sun, but he's not cuddling them no more. And maybe he's moaning at one or two people, and one or two people maybe aren't that happy anyway because they want a new contract and they're not getting that. So all of a sudden they're like, hold on, you're not giving me a contract, and now you're not giving me cuddles, right? Now, then that can start to bring down your confidence, your mentality. And I just feel like at City at the moment, if you think about it, there's going to be conversations going on in the dressing room that aren't the same as they were this time last year, right? And then you've got the fact that, yes, we also haven't got the centre-backs, like the pairing. Let's be real, right? We need Diaz or Stones. One of those two. Just give me one of those two, right? Anyone else can partner up, but we need one of those two, yeah? I'm not knocking Laporte. I'm not knocking Akanji. Laporte is one of our best centre-backs, right? But the way that it's all that, and then you've got players like Bernardo Silva that we know don't want to be here no more, right? And now he's probably having to face Pep telling Bernardo, you know, you need to pull your socks up, bruv, because you're not looking like the player you were last season. And Bernardo's like, hold on. Firstly, I'm not happy. And now you're telling me I need to pull my socks up. Listen, Man City without a top form Bernardo Silva is not the same Man City. We need his legs. Like, Rodri's great. Without Bernardo Silva running, we are a different team. And I just think all of this at the moment, we need to get to grips with it. I don't know what the answer is, but we need to get to grips with it. Or all of a sudden, we have to face facts. It could very easily turn into a serious title race, yeah? As in, we can get back in this. Right now, one or two performances, one or two of our key players step the fuck up, and we are straight back in this title race, yeah? We know it. Everyone knows it. February, March, April, Manchester City with this squad and this manager can easily still win this league, right? But if we don't, it's not looking good, bruv. Right?
He's reminding me. That's it. That's what I'll get on my soundboard. That's what I'll get on my soundboard.
We could really be drawn into a top four, a race for top four,
and that's perfect. I mean,
but that's where the key element of this comes into play. Is now we need to go out and buy someone at least, because Pep has this thing of, we don't buy in January, we don't need players in January.
We do this season.
Definitely do this season. Why not just go and pay 100 million for Bellingham? At least just go and test Borussia.
Nah, that's not. I
mean, won't do that.
I hear you. I hear you, and Bellingham's a shout. But do you know what? I did a post the other day. I just want to find it. We'll just end on this, yeah? If we say City don't buy in January, you know what? Laporte, there was a point when we needed a player, yeah? We needed a defender. Laporte came in, hit the ground running, and within 5 months was being spoke as the best centre-back in along with Van Dijk. Everyone was saying at that point, Van Dijk and Laporte are the best two centre-backs in the Premier League. We needed him. He came in, hit the ground running, right? Second one, we have to go back only the season before that, when Gabriel Jesus arrived in January. I know we didn't buy him in January, but he arrived in January. Hit the ground running, changed us. Jesus, Sane, Sterling up top, completely changed us. Before that, Zeko came in January, yeah? So at times, yeah, it's fine. I get it. We don't always need to be a buying team in January. But if we want to be in a title race, yeah, you're right. We need to go. And for me, at very least, get a winger. I would also like cover as a left back. And you're right. If right now it doesn't look like Bernardo Silva, and at the moment De Bruyne's a bit off the boil, bring in another midfielder. Get someone early, whoever it is. But I mean, Jude Bellingham, it would be great to get him just to fuck the Scousers off. But to be frank, if we don't get Bellingham and we get someone else, I'm not mad at that. But I do feel this squad needs freshening up. It needs something.
Just quickly to touch on that, I think the pivotal game for us is on Thursday against Tottenham, because if we lose that game, we're in big trouble. And the other point you touched on, which I found absolutely key element that you touched on, which was prolific which you said Zinchenko is a massive factor that we miss, and he is. And again, like Leroy Sané, we don't have someone that can just get the ball and drive at defenders.
Yeah.
And that's where now a lot of the Premier League teams are now starting to adapt to us because they know what exactly we're going to do. Jack Grealish on the left-hand side, cut in on his right. Mahrez, cut in on his left. Thogden, the same if he plays on the right or the left. Again, it's just we have to try and sign someone in this window. Otherwise, it could be going from bad to worse very, very quickly. And don't forget, we've got to play Arsenal twice as well.
Yeah.
And that ain't going to be easy, the form they're on as well. And we could get embarrassed if we keep playing on like this. We could really, really be embarrassed either at the Emirates or at home.
Well, Callum, just the thing is, we'll end on this, because I think we've over 2 hours now, right? But the thing we have to remember is, I'm pretty certain you might know this, but I know that the most after the first season of Pep's first season, after that, the most we have ever gone without winning a game, I believe, is two or three games.
Three.
We've just lost 2 games, bro. So if we lose the next game, then yes, this is the worst we have looked under Pep since his first season.
Well, if we lose the game against Tottenham, like I said, we're in big trouble. But I think
no way you can lose to them.
We bounce back. We bounce back Thursday for me.
I think again, I see quickly before I go, I'll just quickly touch on this. I see a lot of Liverpool fans starting to see with Klopp what's going on there. And obviously, I came on here earlier in the season and I said what would happen to Liverpool. But with us, again, if we carry on this way, questions have to be asked about Pep. And I know City fans don't like to say it, but maybe, just maybe, there has to be some sort of questions towards him. But as well, I didn't like the way Gundogan came out the other night at Southampton
I didn't like that.
said what he said.
I didn't like that.
And you could tell the mentality shift has gone because...
Well, you can't be a captain and be doing shit like that for me.
What did he do?
He should have...
He said that he basically pretty much said that at the moment in the dressing room, some mentalities are questionable. He kind of did the same thing De Bruyne did for Belgium. It was kind of similar to that, to be frank with you. And that just those 2 players doing that over recent months about their team, whether it be their country or their club, that's not usual for these City players. Look, the one thing we've always said about Man City players is that we are professional, right? That we have players that are professional, that just keep their heads down and get on with the football and let the talking happen on the pitch. We've always been like that. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't looking. Someone put a comment up earlier about Pep not being, what was the word he used?
Infallible or something like that.
Yeah, 100% agree. Listen, I 100% look, and I agree with Callum that we do have to be critical when needed, constructively though, right? Constructively.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to, and what I mean by that is, I'm bored of hearing, we ain't going to win no champion. Stop talking about the Champions League. Stop singling out players and saying we're not going to win a Champions League with this player, or we're not going to win a Champions League with that player. That is not constructive, right? I do trust Pep. We have Pep, and I will never turn on our manager or this squad of players, because this squad of players and this manager and this football club has brought me happiness I never thought I could have, over the last 5 years, last 10 years. But, so I guess right now I have a lot of faith in this manager, but it does need to turn around. We need to see the mentality of our players lifted.
Is there anything else you want to wrap up on, Cal?
Just to quickly touch on what Daps said. I agree fully with what you said with Pep and everything like that. I just think there's gonna come a time with the players where this season with the Champions League, where the players are going to have to show some mettle about themselves,
Yeah.
which I think they will. I think depending on how we perform on Thursday night and then Sunday, and depending how both games go, and then we'll wait and see until February in the Champions League and stuff. But you never know with City. We can, like a lot of people have like to say, we can go on streaks 12, 13, 14 games. But at this minute in time, I can't see that happening. I just think the big, just to quickly touch Daps on Thursday quickly. I know this might sound a bit crazy of my ideas like Pep and thinking a bit like what like the formation or the players to put in, but I was watching you earlier on tonight, and I was thinking, you know what? Why don't we just go for Tottenham? And I heard Pep say a week ago about Foden. He has to have more intelligence in the midfield, and I was thinking, why not just play him there? Why?
At this point, I actually said before the derby, if there was one move I wouldn't have been mad at, it would have actually been to not start Haaland and to have played Alvarez, Foden, and Grealish, right? And once it got to about the 60th minute, bring on Haaland and Mahrez, right? That's something I would look at doing. But I think you might be right, because at the moment, look, if Bernardo Silva is not happy and he doesn't seem to be performing, but switch Bernardo Silva for Foden and let Foden have a go through the middle, because Foden's best performance for quite some time was against Chelsea when he played through the middle.
Exactly.
So yeah, I hear you. Look, I do
FA
feel
Cup, weren't it?
we have to see something different, man. We have to. We got to fucking work. Look, let's think about this. We're talking about mentality.
Yo. It's 10 past 11. I need to.
No. Last thing, I'm just going to say this. Honestly, we'll finish on this. We're talking about mentality, right? And the mentality maybe not being right. Yeah. We've got a World Cup winner, right? Let's fucking use him, because his mentality, he's come back from the World Cup fucking buzzing, right? Don't let this mentality right now kill that off. Use that mentality and turn it into a positive. We've got a fucking World Cup winner. He's buzzing. He's off his tits right now, yeah? Get him on the pitch and let him lift the mentality of the whole team. Anyway, I'll end on that.
Yeah, all I'm going to say before I go is play him on Thursday on the right-hand side. That's all I'm going to say. Play him Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, man. Big up to everyone that's joined. Obviously,
thanks for joining as well, Callum.
Yeah, big up. But yeah, man, 240 likes. If people ain't forgotten to do it, I'm knackered, bro. I don't think you understand. Streaming takes it out of you. Focus, do this, do that, background stuff. But big up for everyone that's here. It's our first 2 hour, even over an hour and a half live in a minute.
We usually go for an hour 10 tops. But the calling show, I think we both agreed that we want to get everyone on. We want to give people fair amount of time and whatever. So thanks for everyone being with us, smashing the likes. Everyone get a good night's sleep, and
and go raid the Gal's channel. He's got like half an hour left on his show. Just go over to Gal's.
And I've got to jump on there now, bro.
Yeah, if you stay on here, we'll just go over there quick, and I've got to go.
And I'm going over there, so I'll probably see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right, big up to everyone, and pretty much tomorrow at 3. Tomorrow at 3:30. If you're around, Chronicles, me and Moby breaking down the game a lot, and I'm gonna be ripping into Liverpool.